2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And exhale completely through your mouth. Make a whoosh sound and count to 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do this cycle 3 more times. Learn more at healvets.org. This message is furnished by Help Heal Veterans.
Welcome to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston and Anthony Zane on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. It's time to get your day started. Live from the Family Leisure Studios, here are Pete and Zane.
Is that not where we're not going to do that? We got to do that.
What?
E-money. What you say?
E-money.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they ain't ready for
E-money. Hey. Come on, let's make that happen. Come on, let's do it. Let's make it happen.
Let's make it happen. Come on, man.
Let's make it happen for sure.
Let's make it happen, Captain. What's up, everybody? Welcome in. Woo! Yeah, man. Yeah, man. This is
a joyous occasion.
Can I say it's Imani Bates Day now?
Oh, yes,
yeah. I tried to say yesterday,
sure.
and you stopped me in my tracks.
No, I ain't stopping you in tracks. I told you he was gonna make the prediction. He was gonna make his announcement yesterday.
No. Your quote was. Hold on. I said your quote was. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. No, not so fast. That's what you said. I said yesterday I was like, hey man, look, it's Imani Bates Day. And you go, I don't know.
Oh yeah,
about that.
Then when we talked about it,
now I'm saying it. Is Imani Bates Day?
And we investigated. I said, nah, man, dude, this day is capping. He's gonna announce today.
Well, yeah, he was indeed capping. He was. He put Kaepernick.
Here we are, man. The first show to get to talk about it on air, on wax.
Yeah.
What a joyous occasion.
Yeah. Beautiful day. I hope that we will see a whole lot of Tiger fans just rejoicing today.
Man, with us.
I mean, just having a great time. There's really nothing. There's just nothing that's better.
You got to help me get my energy right, man. I had a joy stealer came in this morning by way of Burger King on Hickory Hill. So I need y'all to help me get this off. Just let me express it. Let me say what happened, and then I'll be all right. We can talk about it.
Wait, hold on. Let me introduce the show.
Nah, do that.
And then
do
you
that.
can, and then, and then go, and then talk about the.
I'm gearing up over here right now. Let me get on there. I'll get on the Zoom call while you're doing that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, you do all that. Now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the program. My name is Peter Edmiston. He's Anthony Sane. We are Sports 56 Mornings, and we are going to talk a lot about the Imani Bates situation. He is, ladies and gentlemen, a Tiger. Officially, it's done. After all the drama, it's over, and he's going to be good to go. He's going to be a Tiger, joining Jalen Duren, joining Earl Timberlake, joining the existing Tigers. It's going to be a hell of a ride, and we're going to talk about it here coming up momentarily on the program, including with our pal Steven Johnson. We had to get Steven Johnson on for an emergency.
Yep.
You know, we had to put out the bat signal. Said, man, you got to come on here because, and he said, okay, let's do it. So 7:30, our next
segment. Yes, sir. Emergency edition.
And we're going to talk to Steven Johnson
Yep.
about all of this. So we'll spend a lot of time discussing a joyous day in Tiger basketball history. If you want to join us, you can on the AutoZone text line and the AutoZone phone line. Same number, 360-8255, 901-360-8255. Get in the zone. AutoZone, love the folks at AutoZone. We appreciate them very much. And you can jump in as well. We'd love to hear from you throughout the morning. If you want to help Anthony Sane feel better, he's going to tell you the story about how his joy was stolen.
They tried it.
And you're going to help bring it back to him, and that's a beautiful, beautiful thing. This morning we're going to talk about that. Of course, producing the program today is none other than Zach Boyd, who I don't see, but I'm sure he's out there.
Yeah, he's there.
And we're going to talk. We'll appreciate all of what Zach has to do. So this is absolutely fantastic. Big day. Bring it in. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's make it happen. And there you go. Anthony Sane now.
Man,
have at it.
Thank you, brother. I just want to get this off my chest, man. So
Okay.
I typically go grab something before the show. We come in too freaking early to call myself getting up, preparing anything. So I stop and get something on the way. So I've had my battles with this Burger King or Hickory Hill, whether it's people coming to the window, when coming to the speaker, like in the middle of a conversation, and like you're listening to them have a conversation, and then, no, they'll say, hey, how can I help you? Then they start having a conversation. They cut you off, like, talking about something. Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead. Like, that happens all the time. Now, Zach, am I lying? Because we go to the same burger.
Nope.
That's number one. That's number one ticks me off. Food is wrong. But then there's this thing they do that just kind of ticks me off. Like, I'm like, okay, I made a vow never to do this again. What happens is, everything's on a sensor, right? Everything's on a, you drive up, they know your car's there. It lets Burger King, the corporate, I guess, know that someone, some kind of number clicks saying that somebody's in the drive-thru. You know what I mean? But every time they get a drive off, that alerts them like, okay, somebody hit this point, but they never made this point. You get what I'm saying? They never made it to the window. So what they'll do is say, hey, can you back up? Can you back your car up and then come back to me? Right? And I always do this. But I've always figured, like, I've always been upset about it because I'm like, okay, I don't work for y'all. I'm not a Burger King employee. So and I don't care about the best interest of you guys' fudge numbers that you're reporting to Burger King. So today I went in a good mood, even though it was Imani Bates Day. I've got other stuff going on. It's kind of ticking me off, grinding my gears. So I was like, not today. I was like, no, I'm not doing it. He's like, sir, like, what do you mean? I said, I'm not backing my car up and then coming back, driving back up to this window. I don't work for y'all. Just give me my food. He's like, well, your food's not even ready. Fine, I'll pull up. But I'm not backing up and pulling back to this window. I had to make a statement today. I do not work for Burger King or Hickory Hill. Now, y'all might say I'm a jerk for doing it. Man, I'm like, bro, like, stop being ridiculous at your window and people will stop driving off. Because remember, this is the same Burger King where they were out of the regular size cups and the regular size hash browns and wanted to charge me for the sizes that they had. I was like, no, that's not how that works. Like, I'm not responsible for you guys not going to Lit Junior on Winchester. I'm not responsible for that. You know what I mean? Like, and here's the thing. I'm the same person who said, man, thank people who come to work because these people are short-staffed. And I get all that. But I do, at the end of the day, I do not work for y'all. Whew, I feel so much better. Let's talk money base, bro. Let's go.
Man, I'm glad you feel better. That's ridiculous.
Like, bro, why am I doing that?
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. This is
On
what they do
my
is
end?
ridiculous. Listen,
My end is
no,
ridiculous?
no,
Oh, okay.
no, on their end. No, I mean that's absurd. But I would just say stop going to that Burger King.
Bro, I don't have any choices. Do you know where our studio is?
I do. I mean, you got to go to that Checkers across the street. Do they do
It's
breakfast?
6:00 in the morning? No, they open till like 10.
All right.
And I couldn't imagine how.
let's
Man, you
see.
think I got started?
There's that Wendy's down Mountain Ride just a little bit.
That Wendy's ain't been there in 7 years.
Okay.
Man, I said Wendy's on Mount Moriah. That Mount Moriah been gone. That Wendy's been gone for at least 3 or 4 years, bro.
Yeah, I just drive by real fast. I don't know.
Listen to you.
What about Po Folks?
I don't really pay
That's over
attention.
there, right?
I don't really pay
The
attention
Po
to the
Folks?
hood. I just drive through the hood as
Oh
fast
yeah.
as I can.
Hey, go to that Hooters on Mount Moriah.
Man, Hooters on Mount Moriah. If it was open, I'd be in there.
Man, that was the spot.
All you can eat wings.
20 years ago.
Who you telling?
15 years ago. That was the spot. That thing's been gone for a long time. A lot of people on this here station used to just go right.
Man, that Hooters used to be live.
2-minute drive. 2-minute drive. But it's been a little while since that happened. Let's see. What about go down the other side. There's got to be there's near on Quince. There is a Wendy's over there.
Peter, it's going too. That Wendy's is not even open that early. They don't open it early, and then it's just going too out the way, bro. Like that place is. I can get out the bed, shoot over there, It's I can
But
hit
if you're
there.
if you're just going to go to a Burger King, it's going to make you mad. Then you might as well go out of the way because otherwise it's just going to make you mad.
Man, my man, I said, my man, love you, brother. But I'm not gonna back up and pull up to the window to help y'all fudge y'all numbers. I don't work for y'all, man. Like I'm not doing
on Imani Bates Day.
not on the money.
Verdell says I had to do that at Taco Bell. I was the first one there for breakfast. Another texter says, "Well, Anthony, just to let you know, Burger King gave you some special sauce on
Man, some honey glaze.
Yeah, you've got some. Yeah, I don't know if that's honey that's glazed.
Hey, I pray for my food.
You may not want to. You may not want to
food.
investigate. You may not want to investigate too deeply on that.
You said what?
I pray for my food. My food covered by the blood. I be covered in blood. Brr.
Yeah,
Big brr.
all right, so let's just celebrate, man. Let's just celebrate. Celebrate good times. Come on.
Can I kick things off first?
Absolutely.
Nah, we ain't on it.
No, it's not the Lion offense
This ain't
anymore.
the Lion offense. This
This ain't the Lion offense
This is the
anymore.
big point guard offense.
This is the Lion
Point guard
King.
offense.
This is the Lion King offense. Is what this is.
Yeah, Penny Jr. out there. Quit playing with me, man. Quit playing. Quit playing.
Ella in the middle.
Quit playing.
Ella
Rated R
in the
Superstar.
middle.
I know you sick out there, Rated R Superstar. I know you thought
He
A-Lo was gonna be
lives
starting
in
point guard.
you. Yeah, this is the
Hey,
Lion
I've
King
had
offense.
some dope conversations with Rated R Superstar off the air too, because I had a feeling who I thought that was, and he confirmed it on Twitter. We've been chopping it up. I fool with Rated R, man, for sure, 100%.
That's good. I like Rated R as well.
Genuine
Man,
dude.
ecstatic, says Verdell. And yes, exactly right. How do you feel about the news? We already got a party pooper out here who says, I'm sick about the hype. That's all we Tiger fans hear is hype
shut
over
up.
recruits.
Well,
I
shut
want
up
to,
then.
man,
Then he
it's
also-
7:08. It's too early for that.
No. Let me show you what kind of hating he on. This man sent a 3:19 a.m. text yesterday morning. That kid is going to Oregon. Tell us more. Tell us more about that. Tell us more about his commitment to Oregon.
He also had, before that, 9 days earlier, he said, sign Monte Ellis and let him play like Vince Carter did off the bench. He said, I'd take Joe Johnson before Monte. Oh, yeah, this is.
Hey, he did say.
So I think we know who we're dealing with here.
He did say start Zaire Williams though, and fast track him. I'm with that. You know.
Well, I should tell you right there. That
He said. He said trading Grayson is addition by subtraction. Though. That I can rock with. He gave Drew Barrett a partner shot. He said Drew is a clown. There's no way Zaire becomes Paul George.
Okay.
Nice little partner shot
Drew's a
to
clown.
Drew Barrett.
Yep. There you go. All right, so it finally happened. It was even though. So
I'm at the wrong part.
yesterday it was so it was initially reported 2 days ago that he was going to announce Wednesday at 5:00.
Mm-hmm.
Then yesterday morning, Imani Bates' dad said,
long
somebody
fabricated
snitching,
lie.
somebody talking.
A long fabricated
we
lie.
found the liar. Whatever. It's going to be Friday, and then and he put a whole graphic together and everything else. And then lo and behold, it basically was Wednesday at 5:00, just like.
Why would you do
just
anything?
like my man said.
Why would you want less people looking at your son announce? Like,
I think they just.
it's so weird,
I told
man.
you. I think they just want to control it. I think they just want to control it. They just want to. They want to be in control of the process. That's it. I don't think they want to be locked into something. So they're just like, screw it. Let's just do it. Plus, everybody figured out that the enrollment was Thursday, so he'd have to be enrolled. And then I saw our buddy Jason Smith had posted the picture of his email address in
Smith
the
shows violence on the roster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like on the in the student handbook or whatever. So like, at some point, you gotta like, what are you gonna do here? The cat's out of the bag. Let's go ahead and do this. So I think they finally were just like, screw it. Let's go ahead and let the party start. And the party has indeed started. Imani Bates joining Jalen Duren, joining everybody else in a number one recruiting class. 2 out of the last 4 years, a number one recruiting class.
Stop playing around.
For Anthony Penny Hardaway.
Penny. Oh,
Penny.
Giannato's gonna be hitting that penny like never before, boy. Hey, Imani, penny. Oh yeah, he gonna have some extra. Oh, there's gonna be some extra. He gonna be putting on.
Jalen Duren.
Is it Duran or Duran? Quite frankly.
Duran.
Quite frankly. I can't.
Jalen Duran, frankly, is going to.
Hey, his own, man. My man said, Texas has all this talent in the world, but can Penny coach? The last number 1 rated class he brought in was Patubi.
Yeah, well, there was a big caveat in the middle of that number 1 class when the whole Wiseman situation.
But here's the thing. Let's chop that up. Let's answer this question. Has Penny Hardaway showed struggles in being able to coach? Sure. Any coach that's relatively new like himself, especially who didn't have any type of background in D1 coaching or college coaching, anything, of course you expect there to be problems. But you don't go toe to toe with the Final Four team and don't know how to coach. I mean that he clearly has flipped the switch. He clearly is headed towards whatever you like him to be. So hate if you must. Plus he has Larry Brown on the sideline too, and I'm sure he'll listen to Larry Brown. I'm sure Larry Brown knows what he's doing.
I mean, Larry Brown is I mean, I think Larry Brown's.
I think he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Y'all stop hating on Penny, man. Cause y'all ain't did this for nobody else, bro. Y'all stop hating on Penny. Stop it.
I mean, listen, man.
Because y'all was out there talking about Mike Miller could do this.
Yeah, Mike Miller probably would have failed to do this. I don't think anyone else could do this, but Penny and the power of the NIL.
Mike Miller got to give Boogie Ellis.
Got to give a shout out. Got to give a shout out to. Got to give you a shout out to the NIL though.
Oh yeah, shout out.
NIL was the real MVP on this whole thing. Let's be honest. As great as Penny is, without that weapon, Imani Bates would be probably a G leaguer at this point.
Hey,
so.
I got my Tiger Stripes on. Hold on. I got my Tiger Stripe pennies on. Let me remind y'all of this because y'all think it's a game. This is the equivalent. This is the equivalent of wearing the what they call it? The jogging suit in the locker room. Doing the show with my pennies on.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, it's a different kind of thing, man. It's a different kind of thing, and Penny is well positioned to take advantage of all this stuff. Congratulations to him, fantastic work, and the revitalization of the program is just astonishing. And we're going to talk about that when we come back because it is. Because you gotta say, man, we are in a whole different world right now. We're in a different stratosphere. We're going to talk about what that means going forward. Plus, our good friend Stephen Johnson. Let me give you one quote here before we take this break. Because I looked this up yesterday in the midst of all this, and it was just mind blowing to me. Because Kevin, I think it was. Kev _twit 901 tweeted out, said, never forget that 3 years ago, Tubby Smith told us Memphis fans
yes, sir.
that we were delusional to think high-level recruits wanted to come to Memphis. So I went back and looked at the quotes. Listen to these quotes from Tubby Smith. This was from a piece that Mark Giannotto did.
Tripping.
4 years ago. This is 4 years ago. This isn't 40 years ago. This is 4 years ago. 4 years ago. Tubby Smith said, I'm realistic about who we should get for number one and who we have a chance of getting.
Look, Cujo.
That's not denigrating the program at all. If we can get a 5-star, the number one player in the country, hell yeah, we're going to do everything we can. But when you take over a program, I don't care where you are, there's going to be a period there where you have to build your brand, build what you are. Let's face it, at Texas Tech and Minnesota, we weren't going to get McDonald's All-Americans, said Smith, while noting the only McDonald's All-American Memphis picked up in recent years was Dedrick Lawson. I don't know what the whole beef is about. Competing in the world today for Memphis is a big difference than what it was 10 years ago.
With Calipari.
This man said that 4 years ago. Mm-hmm. And in 2 of the intervening 4 years, Penny's had the number one class in the country.
I'm going to say this right here. Today,
Tubby Smith was stealing money is what the deal was.
I ain't gonna lie, though. Tubby Smith wasn't lying. He just wasn't speaking for – he just was not speaking for himself. He spoke on what he can do. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't lying because from his knowledge, from where he was looking at, he ain't 1 cent though. You know what I mean? That's what people.
No. There's somewhere in between. There's somewhere in between that. He's definitely not Penny, but he's also definitely lazy in terms of his recruiting.
Oh, for sure.
He was let me just go get Joe Schmo, who's I know that Joe Schmo will follow my instructions and we'll do this and whatever.
Because his assistant coaches were trash.
The lack of ambition, other than Esposito was killing everybody. Was going to get everybody. That's Esposito. He was Mr. Recruiting. Everything else is his son. That whole
silly,
stupid. And I don't know what Tom Bowen was thinking of bringing him in. That was a bad idea. But man, Tubby was, as Steven puts it, Tubby was tripping.
Yeah. Here's the thing though. like y'all can say whatever. I'm a Penny Hardaway stan. I don't care. Like first game, I'm showing up. Penny Hardaway jumpsuit on. Let's have it.
On Media Row.
In Media Row with the Penny Hardaway jumpsuit on. Me and Jarvis Grills.
You and Jarvo are gonna be in the mix.
And it's gonna be oversized. It's gonna be a big. It ain't gonna be no slim fit, but it's gonna be a big oversized loose one.
With the penny space on the jeans.
Yeah,
and
with a cuff. with the skinny cuff. With the loose bottom where it's almost like bell bottoms. Like for real. It's gonna be the old school velour joint for sure. Like that's happening. Oh, that's happening for sure. But with that being said, though, I mean, you're gonna think you're the Southern Heritage Classic. But with that being said, like who else could have done this but Penny though? Like you're saying, there's a middle ground. Okay, who else would have done this? Who else would have done anything close to this?
No. This is Penny. But I'm saying there's a middle ground between what Tubby was talking about and what Penny can do. And that's what I would have expected a guy like Tubby to do, which is hey, I'm going to be in the mix for some 4-star guys or something like that. I'm going to be in the mix. Tubby wasn't in the mix for nothing. Tubby was in the mix for, Johnny transfer from, Texas Tech and, Sammy Scrub from, wherever. Like, I'm going to bring this guy in. Like that was the extent of his situation. And he just, the ambition wasn't there. And, Penny, it's about what you see. Tubby saw, when he looked at Memphis, he saw a middle-of-the-road, mediocre program that's, wasn't very supported by fans in his mind and should have been happy to have him as coach. Penny looks at it and sees it as a shining jewel with a rabid fan base and should be on top of the world. And that's –
Tubby Smith thought he was just going to ride off into the sunset. Man.
Exactly. Tubby Smith got a big old contract. I'm a Hall of Famer, and terrible. Just terrible. So, totally different situation.
Tubby was recruiting dudes that's supposed to be at Rose College.
Exactly.
Shout out to Lisa H for reminding me of this.
She's exactly right. I mean, Tubby's like, we're competing with Crichton, but I think we can get this guy in.
Crichton don't even exist no more. But he's on the list.
Victory University.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying that's who he was competing against. Schools don't even exist.
We're competing against the Wendy's on Mount Moriah.
Wendy's on Mount Moriah.
I think we can bring him in. Bring him in.
Kids who got an NIL deal from the Wendy's on Mount Moriah.
They got the 4 for 4.
4 for 4. Hey, if I were number 44, hey, if I was a kid, I would change my number to 44 and try to get that Wendy's deal for sure.
That's not a bad way.
No, but for real though, if your name was 44,
number 44.
I mean, if your number was 44, what if you got the Wendy's on Mount Moriah, or the Wendy's on Poplar and Perkins or whichever Wendy's you want?
Right.
Said, hey, y'all give me free nugs for a year. I'm gonna put a piece of masking tape that says 4, the word 4, in between the 2 4s. So it's gonna be 4 for 4. I will put a little FOR on some tape in between my numbers.
Right. Put FO, F-O, 4 for 4.
Fo.
It'd be hard.
All right.
Look at my guy.
We come back.
Okay,
we're gonna talk to
text.
Our guy. We're gonna talk. We'll text when we come back on the AutoZone text line, and we got Steven Johnson on the other side. So man, we're just gonna continue Imani Bates Day of celebration here. Real Sports Talk Sports 56 and 98.5.
Broadcasting from the Family Leisure Studio, we are Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
They've raised the bar again at Homer Skelton Hyundai and Genesis of Olive Branch. I like to say this is the new standard, the way car business should be done. And to prove it, out of 355 dealers in America that sell Genesis cars, the one in Olive Branch, Genesis of Olive Branch, was top 50 in the country, top 10 in the region, and number 2 in the district. And guess what? They want to be number 1. That means there are opportunities out there for you. It's the safest, and every new latest bit of technology that makes the experience of driving a car better, they've got it at Genesis of Olive Branch. If we start with the G70, the highest performing car I've ever owned, all the way to the G80 or the G90, the biggest of the sedans, you'll love everything about the car. If you would like to try the new SUV, the GV80, you call Vinny Gerard at 662-890-6684. He will bring it out to you. Grind City Brewing has done it again. They have crafted a new Pilsner called Poppy's Pills. It's just what the doctor ordered. Sometimes you come across a beer so smooth and so crushable, it cures what ails you. Take 2 of these, and I guarantee you'll be calling for more. This is the newest Grind City release. So good, it's already in Kroger and in all of the liquor stores. This is a lighter fare. It's a Pilsner. This will become probably an anchor for Grind City Brewing. It has been in the making for 6 years. Honestly, this was formulated by the Grind City Brewers when they were starting out just a long time ago. It took this long to make something this great. It is an American Pilsner. It's 4% alcohol. It is for lighter beer drinkers, grill outs, at the beach, after golf. You're going to love Poppy's Pills.
Whether you're driving for distance, pitching for precision, or putting to win it all, come to Edwin Watts Golf Shop to get custom fit for all your clubs throughout your bag. Hit a few balls and let our team show you the latest swing technology and data that will help optimize your game. Having each club tailored to become your gamers will help you start shooting lower scores. Let Edwin Watts Golf Shops help you make every shot the perfect one. Come in and get custom fit today. Edwin Watts Golf Shops, home of the 90-day satisfaction guarantee.
You've heard of James Gaddis Jewelers, but have you heard what they've done lately? Everything. A tremendous selection of diamonds and jewels, gold, silver, and much more. Lots of watches, tons of custom-made jewelry, fine gemstones, bracelets, necklaces, so many choices. Romantics will love the one-of-a-kind estate and vintage jewelry. James Gaddis has experts to help you with wedding and engagement rings, plus 2 repair experts for fine watches and jewelry. Layaway and financing available. James Gaddis Jewelers at 4900 Poplar.
I'm here with the great Pat Donahue from the Rendezvous Restaurant Shipping Department.
Thanks, Brett. We've been shipping our ribs all over the country now for decades from our USDA-inspected shipping kitchen in the Pinch District. We hand-cook our ribs in pits that Mr. Charlie built over charcoal, just like they do at the restaurant.
So what comes in a rib box?
We could do pork shoulder, we could do ribs, our sauce, seasoning, baked beans, coleslaw. We'll even throw in Pancho's cheese dip with our nacho boxes. We also put a bag of Rendezvous seasoned popcorn, heating instructions, some chef hats, some wet naps, and some other helpful tips from our kitchen. We ship our ribs overnight, exclusively FedEx. When we put them in nice packaging, we don't ever want to use styrofoam, so we use corrugated cardboard, actually 2 boxes that fit nice together, so the ribs get to you, your loved ones, or your clients in a safe, wholesome manner. Rendezvous ribs are perfect for out-of-town clients, customers, loved ones. We also ship ribs for any occasion.
Where do we order these great ribs?
You can go to www.hogsfly.com or give us a call at 1-888-464-7359.
Charlie Burgos' Rendezvous Restaurant in the alley since 1948.
Sports 56 traffic.
We got a lot of accidents on the roadways this morning. We're going to crash on I-40 east of Watkins Street. We making it's major delays in both directions here. That's I-40 eastbound east of Watkins Street. Both lanes, both sides of I-40 are taking up delays as we dealing with a crash in the median there. Also, still working an accident on American Way eastbound at Ferris View Boulevard. The right lane is blocked. And also working an accident on Lamar Avenue south of American Way. Keep it right here. This is your Sports 56 traffic update.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane. Here once again are Pete and Sane.
Look in my eyes, what do you see? The cult of personality. I know you're anger.
Yeah, about it.
Oh, wait a second.
Yeah.
In studio! Whoa!
Steven, Silky, Justin.
What's going on?
What's up, my boy?
I hate you. I hate you. I don't even know you, and I hate your guts.
Right, that's my favorite episode.
I hope all the
sir.
bad things in life happen to
you
you
and
and nobody
only
else
you.
but you.
Hope all your hot tubs run cold.
What can be said about that suit that hasn't already been said about Afghanistan?
My boy Steven Johnson in the building. What's up, man?
Man, not much.
A surprise show up, man. We didn't know you were coming in.
Man, Zach.
I didn't know you were coming in. That's exciting.
Hey, you know what? We got on Zach last week about dropping balls with guests, right? We got on Zach about
yeah,
it.
he did.
Then look at Zach. He's got my man in the studio. He booked a surprise studio visit for Steven Johnson. We didn't even know about it. See what I'm saying? Shout out to Zach, man. Hey, you redeemed yourself, Zach.
I mean, it was. I mean, I had to. It's a special day, man.
Yeah, man. It's a money-based day, man. We had to do it. Then he came in on the CM Punk called the personality joint. That's what I'm talking about. But yeah, my boy Steven Johnson.
What's going on, man?
I appreciate you and I respect you, brother, because we're in the same thing where we are very biased. We're unashamed to be fans of the team that we cover.
Mm-hmm.
So the fan of Steven Johnson, how did you feel yesterday seeing the news?
The fan in me, the Memphis kid that's been growing up in this city since I was like 3 years old, was man, kind of in shock, kind of in disbelief, just because even when those guys transferred and made like DJ, Boogie, those type of guys,
Mm-hmm.
you figure Penny will get some guys to replace them, but
Right.
to think you turn those 4 losses into 2 potential top 5 picks, another guy that's a projected first round pick, and just to get Imani, who as of a month ago, I was skeptical that he would ever go to college, a month or two ago. But just to see how Penny, I call it a heist. Me and my friends call it a heist because he literally came in, swooped out of nowhere, and took these 2 really talented kids from the G League, Michigan State, Kentucky, and he did it here at Memphis. So that just made it ever more special to me, man.
Well, it was incredible how it all happened. And what? How do you explain what happened yesterday? What was with his dad? And then the whole thing, and then somebody comes in and there's a snake, and then somebody's snitching, but actually they're not. It turns out that there wasn't. What's the deal?
I think what happened was, I do think they were going to plan to do it Friday, and I guess they did that little pump fake to really expose leakers in the camp. But look, man, with a player like Imani, especially if he lives up to the hype and he's that number 1 overall pick, Woj and those guys, they're going to get those scoops. So that's just the reality of it. But I honestly think when people start seeing he was in the student directory, shout out to my guy Jason Smith, when people kind of saw that, I think they kind of understood, well, we can wait for 2 more days, but the cat's out of the bag unless you really want to believe there's another Imani base currently on Memphis campus right now. So they probably just was like, hey, let's go ahead and get it out the way before people just keep asking, bro, we know you're going to Memphis. Why haven't you announced it? So, I think this was the best way for him to have his moment. I just feel bad for this quote-unquote snake because he probably lost out on some free tickets, man.
something. Steven, why are you trying to make Imani Bates a point guard so bad?
Apparently that's what Penny Hardaway sold him.
The people want to know. The people want to know why you're doing it so much.
Oh man, hey, I'm just here. I just heard the question, and apparently kind of got out all yesterday that was kind of the big pitch along with the NIL stuff. That come here, kind of be that big point guard like Penny was in the past. Me personally, I think Imani, I see him as that that prototypical big game, big scoring wing. So I still think he might be better served kind of being that scorer, but I understand what he's saying. He's trying to get ready for the league, and if you can show that you're a KD, Paul George type of scorer, and you can be a point guard at times for your team, man, that's only going to make your stock. And they'll probably make him a lock for the number 1 pick in 2023.
Do you think Penny's going to run like a true ground the ball into the ground point guard, or the ball is just going to be moving? I think we're just making too much of a big deal about who's going to be playing point guard.
I think so too. I think it will be, honestly, there'll be different lineups where you'll have 2 or 3 different guys bring the ball up. So maybe Imani brings it down one time, maybe Lester brings it down another time. So I don't know if we'll necessarily just see, Imani being like Jalen Suggs last year, where Suggs was the de facto point guard for Gonzaga. I just think they'll need Imani to kind of handle the rock. And Memphis, when they go through those droughts, maybe you see Imani really kind of seize their role then, because they're going to need somebody that can kind of end those 4 and 5 minute droughts. And what better than the guy that's been compared to Kevin Durant?
Our friend Sharon Brown. Shai says, this man sounds like Luda talking. Do you have any comment on that?
When I was in middle school, my teacher told me I sounded like Barry White, so I'm not sure if that's an upgrade.
Well, if you had that voice in middle school, yeah, I would have said the same.
Yeah, if you had that voice in middle school, then
it's a grown man.
There may have been some problems there. I don't know.
I probably should have took some lessons, man. I think I could have been major. Can you hit us with just a little Luda lyric here and there? My mama listened. My mama listened.
Not that one. I mean, not find
up.
Yeah.
Some Johnny Gill, maybe. Johnny Gill, maybe.
So,
hey, you got the Texas buzzing today, Steve. You got Texas says.
Yeah.
Who do you think your first 10 is? Like, who are your guys that you think are for sure
10
in the 10-man rotation?
Imani, Lester, Landers, DeAndre, and Jalen for the first 5. I think you have the 3 guys that played the most minutes. You had the continuity. Plus, you add those 5 stars kind of on the bookend. I think that's a really, really great starting 5. Next 5, Alo. I think, hey, man, we got to stop kind of piling on Alo. Alo's going to have he's going to play a major role this year.
Big,
whether it's off the bench or whether he's starting, he's going to have to play big this year. So, Alo, Timberlake as the 6th man, Chandler Lawson, Josh Minot, and either Jonathan Lawson or Malco. I think it would kind of depend on the game. Like if they have a talented front line, then maybe Malco's that 10th guy. But if they're guard orientated, I know they're going to want to get Jonathan Lawson some playing time this year. So that would be my starting 10. And I really think Memphis can really go 8 or 9 deep. And I'm talking about 8 or 9 deep. Once you kind of get into like the conference tournament championship game, or you get deeper into the tournament.
He's got a lot of length. And I'm sure he's salivating in practice seeing – because you got guys like Josh Minot who seem like an afterthought almost. You know what I mean? Like, he was a guy who we thought was going to be a key contributor. That's before you add 3 possible first-round picks to the team. You know what I mean? So, do you – we talked about this yesterday. Do you see egos being a problem, especially with this NIL stuff coming in? You know what I mean?
To me, I still say not necessarily. And I think the fact that Imani is willing to play point guard or whatever iteration that Penny promised him is kind of – that's the first good sign of, like, everybody's buying in, like, because this guy could go anywhere and, just try to average 20, 25 points a game. But he wants to come to Memphis. He kind of wants to be in charge of being that floor general and distributing. So I think that's a good sign for Memphis. He played with Jalen before. Lester, Landers, and all those other guys already kind of have experience kind of coming together. Guys are going to have to sacrifice. So it'll be something they have to work out, definitely. But I think this team, when you combine the veterans, when you combine the fact that Imani and Jalen already have that bond, as they say, I don't think we'll have to see too many chemistry issues.
Well, and the whole situation, is it's all incumbent upon who's buying in, how much are they buying in, is there going to be any discontent? And this is where I think Penny really has the most upper hand of all. Because back in the day, John Calipari, for example, never really wanted to recruit Memphis because he was always worried about Memphis drama. He was always worried about somebody's, cousins,
their circle, their people, their family,
who circle, whoever, saying, this guy needs to play more, this guy needs to do this guy needs to do that, all that, and that was problematic. He didn't want to deal with it, so he just wanted to bring in whoever from somewhere else so that he had more control over the situation. Penny is uniquely positioned in my mind, Steven, and you would know this being from here and following. Seems to me that he's uniquely positioned to be able to handle all that and navigate all that. If somebody's uncle is causing problems or somebody's friend or whoever it may be, you sit down with Penny, that's different than sitting down with anybody else. And, I think for all the talk about egos, and there are going to be some guys that are going to have to take a back seat, but Penny seems to me like he's the guy that would be positioned to fix all that, right?
Yeah, specifically for Memphis, the fact that he was a high school coach involved in the middle school game and so involved in AAU, I think he's built up a lot of trust with all those. Because the Hooper community in Memphis, even the guys that were in my class.
Hooper community.
Yeah, it's a tight-knit community.
Hooper community.
As opposed to the basketball player community.
Yeah, the basketball player community.
Yeah.
Or the
gamer community.
Stat nerd community.
Yeah.
But no, I think when you got a guy like Penny and now you got a guy like Rasheed and Larry Brown kind of all together, kind of selling you on this vision that, hey, maybe not this year will be the year where you're the number 1, number 2 option. But, guys like Imani and Jalen, probably one of those 3 other guys I named in the starter, some of those guys are going to be gone. So for a Minot, a Jay Lawson, some of those other younger freshmen that we haven't talked about, I think Penny will have a really good sell to them, especially if they're successful. It's like, hey, man, next year could be your time. We're still going to have the spotlight on us if we have a a great season the year before, like we're supposed to with the talent we have. So I think Penny, just because the overall charisma he has, the trust he's kind of built up on the circuit in the high school scene, I think he is, like you kind of said, uniquely positioned to handle any potential drama for anybody's camps, whether it be from Memphis or outside of the city.
You mentioned your top 10 guys, and within that you mentioned your starters, and you had Landers starting in the starting lineup. Any event that he didn't start, because he seems like the guy who will be the most volatile on this team as far as a role. You know what I mean? Because you're talking about he's coming back, returning leading scorer from last year. We know what he could do. He already went through the drama with him versus DJ Jeffries or whatever. If he wasn't the starter, do you think that would be an issue going into the season?
That would be interesting because, honestly, we're going to get hung up on starting, but honestly, I think the more important thing to watch is going to kind of be that closing five. That's why I asked on Twitter, you can give me your starting five, but who's going to be closing out games? And I think, just like I said, just because Landers is a knockdown shooter, he is another scoring threat, I still think he'll play starter minutes, but somebody, whether it be him or Timberlake, because I think Lester's going to be out there just because of what he can do. Just because of what he can do on defense and the fact that he's just kind of like that glue guy on the perimeter. I think Lester is going to be a shoe in the start. But can you kind of just sell Landers on that role of kind of being that sixth man that everybody's going to play about 25 minutes a game, regardless if you start or regardless if you finish. So I just think if there are a lot of mouths to feed, there are only so many minutes. But I think if they can kind of sell Landers on that role of either being the starter, that knockdown shooter, or that sixth man that can kind of be the lead dog of the second unit, I think Landers will be fine, man, because this is going to be good for everybody. Because even if let's say Landers, even if your numbers drop, if Memphis is still going to the Final Four or the Elite Eight or something like that, you still get a lot more exposure. Now, sometimes I say it might be better averaging 9 for a contender than it is averaging 12.5 for an NIT team.
Right, exactly.
Well, I mean, the other thing, too, is with all the balance and everything else, we've seen now, I think Penny can benefit from what's happened with, for example, the guys at Kentucky that have gone to the pros, where, you see Devin Booker wasn't this Devin Booker at Kentucky. Like, he wasn't this guy. Even Karl Anthony Towns wasn't, Karl Anthony Towns. Anthony Davis wasn't Anthony Davis. All these guys were kind of, I'm not going to say diminished versions of themselves, but they weren't, the full package wasn't unleashed. And yet they were still drafted very highly, yet they were still highly sought after. I think the when you have a program that is as full of talent as this one is, and is open to the scouts as this one is, and is very cognizant of the whole NBA lifestyle and how it works and who to talk to and all that stuff, there's not going to be any issue with guys getting seen, getting scouted properly, getting information. If Earl Timberlake, for example, maybe ends up kind of, numbers aren't popping off the charts like you might have expected, or somebody else, whoever, like, no one's going to give up on him. No one's going to be like, oh, this guy sucks. Like, they'll understand the context in which those stats were achieved, and it might even actually help him because, people can scout him and say, man, there's probably a little bit more to come. We could probably get this guy and unearth a little bit extra. So I think it's only going to benefit these guys, honestly.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel the same way. It can kind of, when you're playing with a team that's this deep, it can kind of, in a way, protect you because you'll have that role. And to these scouts, everybody wants to know, can he play winning basketball? Like, we still have those questions about – we probably had those questions about D Book until the playoffs. So these other guys, Imani, and maybe some of these lower guys that might be second-round picks or guys that signed on later, if they can show that they can play this role, oh, he can be a 3-and-D guy or a rebounder or like a paint protector, and that's only going to kind of enhance your draft profile because now scouts can see, they can visualize, they can see how you already did in this role at one level and know that you can probably replicate it at the next level. And like you said, Peter, for a lot of these guys, especially a guy like Timberlake, that probably won't be asked to carry much of a scoring load. If he's the defender we think he is and he shows those flashes on offense, there's going to be somebody there that can say, like, hey, we can turn this guy into something. He's a winner, great defender. We saw a little bits and pieces of what he could do at Memphis, so we could get him in our program and put him in another role. I think we can bring another level out of him. So I think, look, man, when you're winning, you got attention, there's never any bad publicity. So I think all the Tigers, regardless of their roles, will be in a great position to really put their names out there. And they already have 3 players on the roster that are top 100 prospects for the next year's draft, and we know what Imani is in 2023.
Steven, we joked about this. Go ahead.
Well, hang on. Hey, let's hold off, take a break since Steven's in studio. Steve, can you stick around for just a little bit longer?
Yeah, I got you.
I don't know what your day looks like. I don't know if you got
man.
day blocked out or
it's packed up, but we're gonna make the best of it. Man.
Okay, all right. I know you got a lot of writing to do. I know you got to tap on that keyboard. But we're going to hold you for just a little bit longer here in the Family Leisure Studios. When we come back, we'll continue our discussion with Stephen Johnson of the Daily Memphian here, Sports 56 Morning. Stick around.
Dave Woloshin and Brett Norsworthy take you home with Sports Time on Sports 56, weekday afternoons from 3 to 6 on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Mid-South, the time is now to trade up to a Kia sales event at Gossett Kia on Covington Pike. You want to ride with 41 MPG Highway? We Gossett 2021 Kia Rio $249 a month. You want 0% at $282 a month? We Gossett with 2021 Kia Forte. And all-weather rugged 2022 Kia Seltos $332 a month. Plus peace of mind with Kia's 10-year 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Trade up and get top dollar at Gossett Kia 1900 Covington Pike or shop 24/7 at KiaCovingtonPike.com. Ask for Bobby J. He'll put you in a new Kia today.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
All $29.99 due at signing. Rio ME 418 570 60 at 0.9% APR. MSRP 17.2. Forte ME 393 458 60 at 0%. MSRP 19,940. Celtos N 724 9948 66 at 1.9%. MSRP 23,910. Includes all rebates and incentives. PF 695 excludes tax title and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Valid through 8/31/2021. Dealer stock only. Must finance through Kia on APR offer.
The Original Hot Dog Factory and Spike's Wing, located at 4265 Hacks Cross Road near 385. The menu offers a variety of all-beef hot dogs with over 20 choices. Try some of the best-selling favorites like the Bacon Wrap Memphis Dog and even sausages like Street Polish, Italian, or Jamaican Jerk Chicken. Open 7 days a week, Monday through Saturday, 11 till 10, and Sunday, 11 to 8. Catering and event hosting is available. Have your next meeting or family gathering at the Original Hot Dog Factory. Now hiring team members. Apply in person. The Original Hot Dog Factory and Spice Wing.
It's finally time to get out of the house. So make sure you stop by Family Leisure with great prices on in-stock and incoming products. Keep the kids active with play gyms, in stock, ready for delivery. And by the way, installation from the pros, I always recommend that. Markdowns on remaining game room products and those beautiful massage chairs. And the hot tubs, they're going fast. Get out of the house and get to Family Leisure. Wooden Road and I-40, where family and fun come together.
I'm Gary York. I'm the service director at Lexus of Memphis. Our service department wants to be more than just a place where you get your oil changed. We do glass repair, windshield replacement, recalibration of your camera and sonar systems, even wheel repair, tire replacement, all the things you would expect from a luxury automotive dealer. Please check out our website. You can schedule your appointment, check out our specials, hours of operation, or if you'd like to do it in person, please reach out to one of our associates at 901-271-5199.
I'm Dr. George Flynn, Chairman of the Board of Flynn Broadcasting. Other stations might consider you to be a listener. I don't, and we don't. You are a family member, and I want the best for you and your family. So please get vaccinated against COVID. It saves hospitalizations and can save your life. I've had 3 rounds of vaccines on clinical trials with no side effects other than maybe a sore arm for 24 hours. I want to protect you, my family, and would never suggest something that might harm you. Please get vaccinated and feel safe in knowing you've done your part to beat COVID-19. I care about you, so please get vaccinated. All of us at Flynn Broadcasting want to keep you healthy, so please get vaccinated.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston.
Yes, I will be good, I promise.
Co-hosting Sports 56 Mornings is Anthony Sane.
That's great, man.
Now, back to Peter and Anthony.
Man. We're going to talk to our Dustin Starr coming up. We got to talk about the CM Punk.
No, come on now.
Arrival and all that stuff, man. And all these stupid camera cuts that he's doing, making me throw up.
Catching
literally vomit.
Vitiligo. Watching
Is that what happened to Sammy Sosa? He watched too much WWE.
Yes. I got a question I got to get off from a man, Stephen Johnson. Texas asked, who am I listening to? This is, of course, Stephen Johnson from the Daily Memphian, covers University of Memphis basketball. I got a quick question, something I've been thinking about as well.
What's going on?
my guy Jermaine Smith, a.k.a. I'm not going to say who he is, a.k.a. But exactly. You catch the vibe. Anyway, he brought up a good question on Twitter, something I've definitely been thinking about as well. Everyone is super hype about Amani Bates, Jalen Duren, even my man Earl Timberlake. Pulling Timberlake to the side, pulling him away from the equation. Just talking about Bates and Duren. Everybody's hyped about it. But we have to also remember, not only are these guys freshmen, these guys are high school seniors. You know what I mean? Like in reality. So should we turn down our enthusiasm or expectation level simply because, yes, these guys are the cream of the crop, top 3, top 4, 1 and 2, wherever you want to put it. We're still talking about 17-year-old, about to turn 18-year-old kids who are going to be playing in high D1 college basketball, who are supposed to be in high school right now.
Well, if your expectation is for Jalen to be a 20-10 guy and Imani to average like 25 a game, then I would say absolutely. But the beautiful thing for both of those guys is, especially Imani, who we know is all the hype's kind of been following him around since he was 15. There's so much talent on the roster that they won't really need to be in a position to really carry the team until maybe till March or so. Where you remember what D Rose did? He was really good as a freshman, but once the tournament came through, it's kind of like something just clicked, and he went from really good to what was he, number 1 overall pick. So I honestly think for Imani and Bo Jalen, those could be kind of similar situations because on the front court, you got DeAndre. You also got Chandler, who started multiple games with Oregon, and also Malcolm. So you have that experience around them, and we've already talked about how much talent there is on the wing. So neither of those guys will have to carry the load, especially early on. If you're a Memphis fan, for those guys to consistently show those flashes throughout the season. By the time we get to March, you start seeing why Jalen's the projected top 5 pick, why Imani's the projected number 1 overall pick, and by the time you're in the tournament, you got those two guys, those two supernovas, if you will, rolling and gunning it. Plus, with your veterans and all those other talented pieces, kind of amplify what they can do on the court.
Well, I can't wait to see what I'm excited about is to figure out from an offensive standpoint how this is all going to play out. You know, how much is Penny going to let these guys figure it out themselves on the court? How much is going to be dictated from a play calling point of view? What will Larry Brown, Rasheed Wallace bring to the table from a style standpoint, X's and O's, all that stuff? Because if you look at the numbers last year, Tigers defensively were incredible, best defensive team in the country in terms of opponent efficiency, top 10 in opponent effective field goal percentage, opponent 3-point percentage, block rate, all those things, forcing turnovers, you name it. They were very good to elite in every defensive category that was out there. But offensively, they turned the ball over a million times. Million times. One of the worst teams in the country in turnover percentage. Could not shoot free throws to save their life. I mean, like, absolutely atrocious at the foul line. Do those things change? Because that's a different thing than just, turnovers and free throws. I don't care who you are. You got to deal with those. If you're a number 1 prospect or a number 5,000 prospect, that's all going to still be an issue. What do they do about those? And how do they turn what was a 120th best offense in the country into a top 50 offense in the country? And don't say just roll the ball out with these guys. I get it. You got to do more. We got to do more than that.
All right, but before I answer your question, just all those numbers you ran out on defense, why do we have those numbers, we had that data, why do so many people still say that Penny can't necessarily coach? I'm not saying he's Brad Stevens or anything like that, but whether it be football or basketball, have we really noticed that whenever a team is dominant defensively, we never actually look into the X's and O's. We just assume the team's just playing hard and that's just effort. No, man, there are schemes behind that. There are certain coverages, certain ways you have to play the pick and roll, certain ways you have to close out. So that's all a part of what Penny has done. And I think locally we give him credit for that. I'm a little surprised nationally that still hasn't really caught on, and that's still kind of the narrative. But going back to your question, a part of what the improvement that should be is the fact that you just added guys like, Imani and Jalen. You have a guy that can really score on the block now. I know DeAndre can as well too, but now you have kind of that throwback big. And I think what Memphis really needs, they need those guys that can kind of just go and create their own shot. Like, yes, they need sets. Yes, they need schemes and all these other things. But there are oftentimes I watch the Tigers, they would get good shots. They just wouldn't make them. I can't tell you how many wide open threes I remember the team missing last year. So some of that would just improve the overall talent level and just the roster taking that next step. But I think it is going to be finding the best situation. Is this a situation they need to play 4 out, 1 in with DeAndre as that 4 on kind of like that free throw line and Jalen on the block? Is it 5 out? So I think those first couple games, especially the exhibition, will be experimenting, just trying to find what's the best scheme for us to really maximize everybody's talents. But I think they'll be a much better team offensively just for the fact that you add a guy like Larry Brown, who even before Imani, I was expecting kind of a big leap offensively. But with Imani now, you got the scorer, you got the big man, you got the guys that know the system from last year. There's no reason this team shouldn't take a noticeable jump on the offensive end this year.
Do you think that we talk about Rasheed Wallace's impact enough? I was watching a podcast of his, and it was kind of surreal because I'm like, yeah, we're gonna have like a maniac on our sideline who like curses and smokes. You know what I mean? Like we're gonna, like that's who Rasheed is, man. He's genuine. And in 2021, you have former players who do podcasts, and they're who they are is everything is absolutely transparent. Do you think the effect that he could have as being a guy that the players can relate to and look up to as a big brother? Because he's got that kind of vibe. He talked about the type of coaches he liked, and that's what I'm sure that's what he'll emulate. How much of an impact do you think he'll have with the guys on and off the court?
I think he'll have a major impact. And I think so many people are focused up on, like, is she going to go crazy? He's going to get texts and things like that. And I get it. But like you said, Rasheed's kind of gives out that big brother vibe. And that could be huge. He could kind of be that, obviously, like if Penny's the quote-unquote dad, Rasheed could kind of be that cool uncle, kind of that, like your sounding board. Especially, like, let's take a guy like Landers. Especially maybe he has to come off the bench. Right. He has some questions about his role on the team. A guy like Rasheed would kind of be able to come in, buffer. I believe, as that buffer, kind of explain to them what's going on, what the coach is seeing, what Penny is seeing, and what that could do for his future. So the fact that he can relate to the kids, you need a coach like that on your roster. Right. Every coach on the roster can't be. Obviously, Rasheed is going to be has the authority, but you still need a guy that can pull the players to the side, and that feels like an ally to them, or it feels like at the very least that understands where they're coming from, and that's more of like that buffer, kind of like that negotiator, if you will, in a sense. So I think Rasheed will kind of thrive in that role, and once he gets comfortable, that he's also going to have a big impact on the court with the big man as well too.
Well, I tell you what, it's going to be exciting. You jumped on the beat at the right time, my man. I can tell you that. You
being at the right place at the right time. That honestly feels like a skill, man. But I'm genuinely blessed. I told Texas Saint yesterday, it's about to be crazy this year. Crazy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's going to be a ride for you. So you just you jump on, hang with us. I look forward to how you chronicle it, man. Because you knocked out 2 pieces yesterday. You got some more coming today. I'm sure the floodgates are about to open. So
yeah, man, I gotta be at a wedding on Friday, so I might be typing while I'm at the open bars. No, never mind. I don't want to do that.
Well, please do that. I want to see that's what I want to see right there. Let's get the.
You're gonna get the occasional main joint in the article, man.
Shooting it.
We'll see.
It might be shooting it. Wow, okay.
All right. Well,
I love it, man. I love it. Memphis people covering Memphis teams. I love it, bro.
That's right. It's beautiful. Steven, thanks, man. Thanks for coming in, too. Appreciate you being in the Family Leisure studio.
All right, man. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, man. Good luck. Keep doing your thing, man. It's awesome. We'll come back. Hour number 2 on the way. We're going to talk about we're going to continue the celebration, to be quite honest with you. On top of that, we're going to talk about a little oopsie-doo from your Memphis Grizzlies yesterday. We'll talk to Dustin Sain coming up in hour number 3. Dustin Sain. That's a Dustin Sain.
Hey, you know what? If I was going to be a wrestler, that was going to be my name, Justin Sain. Because it's going to be like Justin – Just insane.
Like just incredible.
Yeah, like just insane. Come on. That would have been so hard. That was my wrestling name. Yeah, for sure.
That's it. All right. We'll do that. Hour number 2 on the way.
They've raised the bar again at Homer Skelton Hyundai and Genesis of Olive Branch. I like to say this is the new standard, the way car business should be done. And to prove it, out of 355 dealers in America that sell Genesis cars, the one in Olive Branch, Genesis of Olive Branch, was top 50 in the country, top 10 in the region, and number 2 in the district. And guess what? They want to be number 1. That means there are opportunities out there for you. It's the safest and every new latest bit of technology that makes the experience of driving a car better. They've got it at Genesis of Olive Branch. If we start with the G70, the highest performing car I've ever owned, all the way to the G80 or the G90, the biggest of the sedans, you'll love everything about the car. If you would like to try the new SUV, the GV80, you call Vinny Gerard at 662-890-6684. He will bring it out to you.
The bridge is open. Now it's really easy to take the 15-minute drive to Cypress View Golf and Recreation and enjoy the spectacular upgrades made to the clubhouse and golf course. The fairways are looking great and the greens are better than ever. No traffic, no excuses. If you're tired of paying greens and cart fees, Cypress View has a membership that includes unlimited golf, cart, range balls, and more. A family membership is just $199 per month plus tax. Members also have access to the Olympic-sized pool, fitness center, and tennis courts. The golf shop is stocked with FootJoy apparel, Titleist bags, and equipment. A huge selection of Puka headwear and more. Cypress View Grill has a wide selection of choices from burgers to brats, Phillies to quesadillas, flatbreads to oven-fired pizzas. You're covered from golf to goods to grub. And now Cypress View has a beer license, so grab a cold one in the grill. See why Cypress View Golf and Recreation is one of the fastest growing clubs in the Mid-South. Call 870-739-6305 or visit online, cypressviewgolf.com.
At Jason's Deli, when you're dining in or picking up curbside, you can expect wholesome food and no surprises, just delicious sandwiches, crisp salads, and quick quality meals made with the freshest ingredients and no artificial trans fats, MSG, high fructose corn syrup, or artificial colors and dyes. Around here, a lot of thought goes into what we put into our food and what we take out of it, because you're not just taking a bite, you're getting a taste of who we are. New items are constantly being created to expand our menu for all tastes and special diets with vegan and gluten-free options available. Convenience and on-time delivery you can count on. It's just a click away at jasonsdeli.com, so whether you need to feed 5 people or 5,000, the team at Jason's Deli, they have the credentials and the commitment to keep you satisfied. Freshness is nearby at Jason's Deli with locations at Ridgeway in the Park Place Center, Poplar and Highland, Germantown Road in Cordova, and on Goodman Road in Olive Branch. Jason's Deli. It's wholesome food and no surprises.
Stream all your favorites with the Disney Bundle. What did you expect? Disney Plus has Loki and Luca. Hulu has originals like Summer of Soul and Love, Victor. And ESPN Plus has exciting UFC matchups and new episodes of Stephen A's World. Sign up at DisneyPlus.com and get the Disney Bundle for $13.99 a month. Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus. Get the Disney Bundle today. Includes Hulu ad-supported plan. Terms apply. See DisneyPlus.com for details.
Mid-South Hobbies has your favorite model airplanes, boats, race cars, and trains to build. With brands you know like Lionel, LGB, and a large selection of Traxxas radio-controlled trucks, cars, and boats. Mid-South Hobbies has all the accessories to make them complete, with thousands of paint colors to make them shine. Reach the sky with rockets and kites, or reach deep into your imagination with action figures, comic book superheroes, and fantasy quest games. Get passionate about your hobby at Mid-South Hobbies. 4862 Summer Avenue, open 7 days a week. Call 901-682-9402.
We are Sports 56 WHBQ Memphis and W253DF Memphis, Flynn Broadcasting Stations.
Sports 56 traffic.
So we still working the huge accident on I-40 East, of near Watkins Street. That's I-40 East of Watkins Street, where we're dealing with a accident there. In both directions of I-40 are we expecting delays there. So just keep that in mind. Take James Road or Chelsea Avenue or Jackson Avenue as an alternate route to get around from this accident. We have a new accident on the roadways this morning. Crash on the ramp of I-55 North going eastbound on I-240. The left lane is blocked there. Keep it right here. Sports 56 Traffic Update.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane.
Here once again are Pete and Sane.
Embraced by the darkness, I'm losing the light. Encircled by demons I fight. What have I become? Now that I've betrayed everyone I've ever loved, I pushed them all away. And I have been a slave to the Judas.
Chris Jericho.
Is there something left for me to save?
Hey, I want to hear another AEW today, man. Taking my time.
AEW.
Taking my time to AEW.
Yep. I'm glad you are. That's where I've been.
I don't really understand their schedule. They come on Tuesday and Friday?
Wednesday and Friday.
They came on last night?
Yep.
Oh, fudge. When does NXT come on?
It was Wednesday, wasn't it? They're doing some big changes in NXT.
Oh, they're making their giant
Yeah, that's true. Hour number 2 is here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in. Pete and Same with you. Zach Boyd producing the program. It's going to be hot today. Heat advisory yet again. High near 100. Heat index near 110. I hate when I walk outside at 6 in the morning and it's already steamy. That just annoys me. I love nothing more than a nice early morning, a little walk or a little, you walk outside and do some work outside the house when the sun's coming up and when it's nice and crisp and a little cool. Oh, I love that. That's my time. The air is nice and clean. And I hate when I wake up on these mornings and it's already 80 something and humidity in the 90%. Ugh. It's like my day's off to a bad start already when that happens. So please, fall, get here as quickly as you possibly can. We've been celebrating the Emoni Bates signing and arrival for the University of Memphis. Memphis now with the number 1 recruiting class in the country, now ranked somewhere in the top 10 of most people's preseason polls. I suspect that will continue to be the case. I see some of the statistical folks even having my buddy Bart Torvik, who does a nice job with it, has got Memphis 3rd and projects them to be one of the projects them as a Final Four team.
Yeah, I'm with it. Let the haters speak on it.
So,
I can officially unfollow Emoni Bates. Lord, thank you. Hold on.
Wow, welcome in. I'm unfollowing you now.
Man, grand opening, grand closing.
Oh, listen, I never started, so I'm not worried about it one way or the other. So we're going to continue obviously to talk about that. One other aspect of this too that I wanted to we sort of talked about it in the first segment of the show, but I want to think about just put this in perspective because it's obviously a huge day for the University of Memphis, for the city, for basketball in the area. Anytime you can bring 2 5-stars in, anytime you can bring a guy. Emoni Bates has been hyped for ever. Was a guy that was the next whatever. He's a huge, as big a high school star as we've seen since probably LeBron. I think he's a bigger high school star than almost any of these other guys.
Yeah, he's the real deal. He's got the hype.
It's huge. It's the hype. The hype is real. But think about this, man.
But hold on. We're sitting here on the day where two probably the best combination of guys coming to the city at the same time has happened. We're here today where Juancho Hernan-Gomez and
that's right, Jarrett Culver.
As
Juancho Hernan-Gomez.
Yeah,
we'll talk about that.
No, but
we're going to talk about that announcement
coming
up here
in just a second.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, you were joking? I thought you were serious.
No, I was saying, you were talking about, getting 2 guys at this level during.
Yeah. No. I thought you were totally serious.
No.
Okay, good. All right, so I'm just thinking, put this in perspective, okay? Because think about 5 years ago, we talked about the comments that Tubby Smith made and the complete lack of ambition. Said, look, Memphis. If we could compete for those guys, fine, but that's just not where we are right now as a program. And Memphis just has to be realistic about where they can operate when it comes to recruiting.
Mm-hmm.
You remember Anthony saying down at FedEx Forum there were 3,000 people, maybe, sometimes less than that, for Tiger games, to the point where they wouldn't even announce the attendance.
No.
Where they had to pay penalties to the Grizzlies because they didn't meet the minimum threshold of attendance that was set in their contract. You're talking about a program that was basically stumbling towards, senescence, like it was about to go to sleep. It was we're talking about a comatose program.
Mm-hmm.
And look what's happened in 4 years. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's just when you think about, if I told you in the depths of the Tubby Smith nonsense and all the talk that was happening about the program and if I told you that 4 years later this team would be getting, because Imani Bates even then was known, believe it or not. In 2017, people knew about Imani Bates. If I told you that Memphis would get Imani Bates, that Memphis would get Jalen Duren, that Memphis would get, it would have blown your mind.
Yeah, I would.
You just got to give it up to Penny Hardaway, man. You just got to give. I mean, Penny Hardaway, the bringing the excitement back to the program. I mean, absolutely incredible.
Yeah, for sure. And I covered those Tubby. I covered those passenger Tubby teams for Tri-State Defender back then. And man, it was horrible. And then it was like it was horrible teams, horrible energy. And then the poor announcer guy, I can't think of his name. Just hearing him haul out 4 3
That's Jeff.
For Boris Cujo, whatever the little kid's like, whatever the kid's name was. Like whoever, man. Like for these like kids that nobody cared about, people were pretending to care, and the energy was just bad. It was just media and blue hairs there, man. It was like, okay, this sucks. Like this ain't what Tiger basketball is supposed to be. But man, I'm telling you, the UCUP is back this year. The UCUP is back. It's coming.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know if there's gonna be a Memphis Madness where it look like, hey, what's a little COVID, man?
Oh man.
Hey, you know the
Incredible,
funniest thing I've seen on Twitter the last 24 hours? I had to like put my phone down and scream laugh. Somebody said the Delta variant discovers.
Man,
yeah, the Delta variant.
Like,
I've seen that.
I've
seen that. Yeah,
I saw that.
Man.
That is so funny.
Man.
Come on, man.
The Delta variant.
Oh
God. Oh God. Hey, that's gonna be wild. Wild times. Cooper Young fans.
Go get that community. Please.
Yeah, community. Go get that community before you hit the Delta variant for sure, man.
That's right. Go get
community.
That, community. Let's get that.
Curtis Gibbons. Curtis Gibbons. Hey, Lisa A said that Curtis Gibbons is working on the Memphis Madness.
Woo!
Is it anybody in the world that's obviously going to be a Tiger more than his son? Like that kid might as well announce now.
I would have thought so. I'd be shocked if it didn't happen. But
can you imagine the after party for that when he announces like they would just
all black affair.
All black.
Oh man.
Oh look, Curtis the third. Curtis the third, right? Something like that.
Something.
Oh man, that's so funny, man.
John Morant shouting him out.
Yeah.
And getting in that mix.
Hey, did anybody notice that? While we're speaking about John Morant real fast, let me derail you real quick. You know, I'm good at derailing. John Morant put out a tweet shutting down the trade stuff about Kyle Anderson and Dylan Brooks, right?
I don't know if he shut it down, but
he put a tweet out like y'all
tripping,
cap or something like that, like whatever. But didn't really hear too much from John after JV got traded. You know,
no,
I don't really have much to say about that. You know.
No,
it happened too fast on his watch, man. He was working out. You know how it is in the offseason.
John kind of has something to say about everything. Didn't really say too much after JV got about here, man.
I doubt he went up to the front office and was like, hey, get JV up out of here.
I don't think he was kicking and screaming on that one, man.
Hey man, look, I think John and JV had a lovely relationship. I don't think there's any issue at all.
Yeah.
I ain't saying
they did. It's good. It's good. Their relationship is good.
Hey, but boy, Stephen A said, "Do you think this is the Final Four team, the Tigers? Do you think this is the Final Four team?" What say you, Peter?
Yes.
Zachary.
Simple as that.
Zachary Boyd.
Yeah.
Now it's on me, right?
Yeah.
No, I don't think this is the Final Four team.
Hater.
Because
Let me speak.
Go ahead.
I had a lady say I cut y'all off too much. I'm just gonna lean into it hard.
Was it that same lady that sent you that note?
Yeah, it's the same lady sent me a letter. You said you cut Zach and Peter off. This is just disgusting.
Yeah, I'm glad she wrote that. I told her right there. So
Hey, let me find out that was you wrote that letter.
Yeah.
Put some poor lady's name.
Don't do a handwriting sample if you don't mind. Just don't do a handwriting sample.
Send me a handwritten letter, man. And I think she's probably a sweet lady to her core, man. She's probably a sweet lady to her core.
Probably. Maybe.
What I think it is for real, and I'm going to come back to this final. Let me speak on this Final Four thing first. I don't think Memphis is a Final Four team. I think they're a Final One team. We're going to win the whole damn thing.
Woo!
All right.
But no, to this lady, I think I think sometimes when I get on the show and I do certain things or I say certain things on Twitter, I think about what would my poor deceased mom think if she saw this tweet? Or what would my aunt in New York think if she heard me talk about this? Or whoever. You know what I mean? So I think the letter I got from that lady came from because I think she might have been black. I think it kind of came off like it was a black woman speaking. And I think she might have been a little bit disappointed in me more so than I don't like you.
Yeah.
Hey, but I don't care about that either. Because my mom ain't with us no more. So, hey.
Yeah.
If she's the only woman I would change anything for.
Yeah.
As far as that goes, I changed for other women too. Like no other woman would make me change how I act on the radio. If that makes sense. But shout out to that lady who wrote me that letter. Because anybody who takes that kind of time, anybody who takes that kind of, you ain't even seen the letter. Have you?
No, I haven't.
I'll show it to you on the break. But anybody who takes that kind of time to share their thoughts about me, that means that you're doing something. I don't know if it's doing something right. That's kind of cliche. You say it means you're doing something. It means you're doing something. It means you're being productive in some type of way.
Well, you're definitely doing something, and that's important.
Yeah. I think people forget we're in the entertainment business. You know what I mean? Like, we have to kind of create characters and let those characters develop and grow and evolve. And you reel them in a little bit. You expand them a little bit. And, you get through a 3-hour show doing it.
It's beautiful, man.
I don't think people would really care if all we did was came in and just said, well, Penny with the Lion offense, man. I had somebody tell me one time in radio when I first got started. It was like, there was like back when I was podcasting. It was like, man, there was like a lot of people try to get into this industry, and there was like you got something down that a lot of people don't understand. There was like people appreciate your knowledge, your sports knowledge, but they remember your entertainment. They remember what made them laugh. They remember that type of stuff, like little bits and segments that you do. People remember that. But they don't care if so-and-so was 8 or 11 from the free throw line. And, and that's kind of what I stand on. But
so you're just telling the stories about how people said that you were good at what you did?
Yeah, I'm just here for the giggles, man. I ain't gonna lie
to you. This is our new segment called Let's Talk About When People Said Nice Things About Us.
Nah, but for real though.
No, I remember the time that several young kids came up to me and they were like, "Sir, I listen to you every morning, and I'm inspired by what you say and what you do and how you make us laugh and how you make us feel, and you're a hero." And I said, "Yes, child, yes, that's true. I am that, and never forget that." And I'd give them a little pat on the head and a little punch on the old arm. I was like, "Go get them,
right,
go get them, kids." And those kids turned out to be, now Imani Bates and Jalen Duran. Little did I know that just little youngsters that I was helping out back in the day. They turned out so great. So a lot of people don't know that. You just reach out.
I got another question for you.
Who you're going to help?
I got another Imani Bates question for you, Peter. This time next year, who's a bigger star in the city of Memphis? Hold on. Imani Bates, Ja Morant, or Ben Simmons?
Ja Morant is the answer to that question.
Okay. Just making sure.
Yeah. As much as I think Imani Bates is a big time star, Ja Morant, I think is going to be an all-star this year. So that's going to be on a different level right there.
I had this discussion yesterday. I want that to be true, but the West just added Russell Westbrook and Klay Thompson's coming back.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard, man.
I stand by what I said.
The Grizzlies have to be hella good for John Morant to be an All-Star this year.
I think John Morant is going to be hella good, and I think he's going to be so good. In fact, it's going to be hard to keep him out of the All-Star discussion.
I get that.
He was almost in. He was almost in the All-Star game last year.
Actually, what?
No, he wasn't that far.
Yeah, he was close.
He wasn't that far. He was basically one guy away, I would say. So, Devin Booker, as opposed to him, it would have been. So I think he'll be there. To be quite honest, I think it's. I think that's exactly.
You probably won't have Kawhi there. It depends. Probably won't have Kawhi, so that's the trade-off. You're getting. John Mike could make that joint, man. I got to look at it. Steph's gonna be there. LeBron, AD. I'll look at it. It's gonna be hard though, in my opinion. So okay, you're gonna have Ben Simmons All-Star. Yeah, are Ja and Ben Simmons both gonna make the All-Star team? That's a lot. But why should you respond, man?
I'm just letting you roll. Man.
Do we get 3 All-Stars? Ben Simmons, Ja, and
yes, absolutely. Maybe 4. Dylan Brooks, maybe. Let's go ahead and make maybe 5. Zaire Williams.
Zaire Williams, no. Is Zaire gonna keep the streak alive though? The rookie team thing?
I don't think so. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a little dubious. I'm a little. I don't know. I think maybe Santi Aldama will, but I'm not so sure.
Yeah, exactly. You say a guy who thought that. What's my boy Turkey Belongna? What's Turkey Belongna's real name again?
Alperin.
Alperin Sengun.
Rookie of the year. Sengun.
God, he's gonna.
I got a nickname for Zaire. I got a nickname for Zaire Williams. You remember Freaky Ty from the Lost Boys?
Yeah.
Freaky Zai.
I like that. Get that on a T-shirt. Get that on a shirt.
Yep.
Let's make it happen. Now, one other thing. Here is.
What? You looking at that too?
Yeah, it's very, very strange situation right here.
Huh?
Okay. Anyway, I have no idea what's happening. Anyway. All right, so we are texting. Our hours on text line is getting weird.
Going crazy.
So just have to figure this out. All right, so you mentioned the Grizzly side. I want to bring this up too, and you won't hear this on Grind City Media.
Uh-oh. Bam, 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 bam.
I noticed that our friends over there are a little quiet on this particular issue. Controversy yesterday erupted across the globe as the Memphis Grizzlies introduced their 2 newest players, Jarrett Culver and Juancho Hernangomez. But the problem was the Grizzlies used the picture of the wrong Hernangomez brother. They used the picture of Willie Hernangomez, who is not acquired by the Grizzlies, instead of Juancho.
How you
As
messed
I
it up?
typed out, you don't want your first impression to be all willy-nilly like this.
Hey, you been sitting up.
He been waiting on that one. He was waiting on that one, man.
You been dreaming about that one last night. I want to kill him. I want to kill him with the Juancho.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you don't want your first impression to go all willy-nilly like this. Hey.
All right,
it's
so,
all about trust, man. If you don't want
exactly.
to trust you, you're going to shoot, bro, for sure.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So how does Juancho feel when you're like, man, I am so excited to come to my new team.
The Grizzlies.
It's wonderful to be part of the organization where Pau Gasol, Marc Gasol, Santi Aldama now, so many Spaniards. Let me just look at this. Let me look at this press release. Come on!
Okay, Juancho, I'm sorry. No, I don't want your. I
No.
don't want your excuses.
No,
I don't want
no,
your-
no, lo siento. No, lo siento.
No, Juancho.
Like, how do you?
No want your excuses. No want your apologies.
And Evan Barnes hit me up on Twitter and said, "Is this like when people get black people confused and say all black people look the same?
Yes.
Like all Spaniards look the same? All Ernie Gomez's look the same?"
Oh man, it's so embarrassing. Hey, I blame Devin Walker, man. Devin.
Yeah, I think Devin may have to take the L on this one. I don't know exactly how it worked, but
all off the court L's. I text Devin Walker, hey man, I blame you for this. I literally do everything that happens. I text him. Zaire Williams throwing the baseball. Why y'all doing it? Hey, I blame Devin Walker.
Let's get that. Let's get that audio. That was when making that post. Let me put this Wancho graphic together. Oh no, it's Willie. Oh no. The Spanish media was all over it. It was fantastic. Loved it.
Wancho. Is Wancho going to play for us? Because I wouldn't mind having a Wancho on my roster.
Well, let me tell you something. It sounds like based on this evidence,
and Wancho services.
They can't even get his face right. So yeah,
I don't want to ask
speak to. Doesn't speak real highly of their paying attention.
The Grizzlies told him, I don't want to ask. Oh man, Wancho.
Oh. Let me just click post on this right here. Let me.
Yeah.
Wancho. Sorry, Wancho. On behalf of everybody in Memphis, not everybody is going to treat you like this, buddy.
I fool with Wancho though.
Yeah.
Wancho is the what's the guy's name? He's the Ryan Anderson that Joe Mullinax never got.
He could be pretty good. He could fill a role. We'll see.
Remember Joe wanted to trade Zebo for Ryan Anderson? You remember?
I do remember that.
I was like, Joe, I wrap everything about Joe Mullinax. I wrap around it. Like I never have gotten over it. But anyway, man just wanted to trade 50 for the city for Ryan Anderson. But anyway.
All right, so when we come back, we'll continue chopping this up. There's so much to get to on a celebratory day. We got Dustin Starr coming up at 9 o'clock as well to talk about another celebratory situation in the world of professional wrestling. Real Sports Talk Sports Fit. Oh yeah, I got a little NBA news off the court too. We'll talk about it too when we come back. Real Sports Talk Sports 56, 98.5.
Grab a seat with Johnny Radio for Sports 56 Happy Hour. Weekdays from 1 to 3 on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
I'm Brian Elder. The great Kimmons Wilson of Holiday Inn had a slogan: the best surprise is no surprise. And that's so true. When I sit at your kitchen table, you're going to understand exactly what I'm going to do to your roof. From the underlayment to the hip shingles and ventilation, the flashing, the wood repairs, the cleanup, the crew safety, the warranty. It's amazing how many customers sign contracts being told none of that stuff. But the best surprise is no surprise. Insurance claims. Talk to your friends. More and more claims are being rejected, and only experienced claims specialists are getting those terrible decisions overturned. So if you don't hire me, please hire someone to manage the process with the experience to see it through. The best surprise is no surprise. 867-0303 or BrianElderRoofing.com.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
Hey, Mid-South, are you ready to trade up to a Kia sales event at Gossett Kia South Mount Moriah?
We're ready, Randy, with the best ride you'll ever drive. 2021 Kia Forte LXS, we Gossett at $249 a month. 2022 Kia Soul GT, it's ready to ride at $305 a month.
And Jeff Allen, I hear you've got American-made 2022 Kia K5, now $379 a month. And every Gossett Kia comes with Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty program.
So whether you live in Horton Lake, South Haven, Olive Branch, or Memphis, you'll be happy at Gossett Kia on Mount Moriah, 2680 Mount Moriah, or KiaMountMoriah.com.
You heard the man, Jeff Allen. Don't miss the trade up to a Kia sales event at Gossett Kia South Mount Moriah. All $29.99 due at signing, all 72 months at 2.9 APR sold in 715-1544 MSRP 24,200 K5 NG 103,647 MSRP 28,985 Forte LXS MSRP 20,590 includes all rebates and incentives. PF 695 must finance through Kia on low APR. Excludes tax, title, and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 8/31/2021. Dealer stock only.
Hi, everyone. This is Greg Gaston for FanDuel. Former MMA champion Tyron Woodley enters the boxing ring this Sunday to take on YouTuber-turned-boxer Jake Paul. And FanDuel Sportsbook is giving new customers exclusive 30-1 odds on either fighter to win. By the way, I love Woodley in this fight. Now is the perfect time to give FanDuel a shot because you can win $150 on a $5 bet. Just download the FanDuel Sportsbook app and sign up with promo code GASMAN to get in on the action. That's promo code GASMAN. You must be 21 or over and present in Tennessee. Odds boost available for new users only. Must wager on designated boost market. $10 first deposit is required. Max bonus $150. Risk-free bet refund issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 7 days. Max refund $10. Restrictions do apply. See full terms for both offers at FanDuel.com/sportsbook. Gambling problem? Just call Tennessee Redline at 1-800-889-9789.
Did you know the arrow in Amazon's logo represents A to Z? Maybe the My Computer Career logo should represent unemployed to employed. Ryan was out of work when he started classes in March. In September, he started his IT career, working for Amazon, making more money than he ever thought possible. Here's a prime opportunity. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today. You could start your new life as an IT pro in as little as 4 months. It's not rocket science. It's mycomputercareer.edu.
It's hot outside and your air conditioner just quit. Quick, who do you call? Automatic Air Conditioning, Heating, and Plumbing, of course, with 24-hour emergency service available. Automatic understands your house is unique, so they work fast to find the right solution for your family's comfort and budget needs. And with financing available and payments as low as $75 a month, it's never been easier to make your home comfortable. Call 363-4636 or go online to itsautomatic.com. Turn to the experts at Automatic Air Conditioning, Heating, and Plumbing.
Sports 56 traffic.
We still working the accident on I-40 east of Watkins Street. Delays in both directions as the accident is on the east side, eastbound lanes of I-40 there. Both directions have major delays. It's I-40 east of Watkins Street. Also, we're still working the accident on the ramp from I-55 northbound lanes going on to I-240 on the eastbound lanes. The left lane is blocked there and traffic is stacked back towards Brooks Road. That's I-55 going to I-240 on the ramp there. The left lane is blocked. Keep it right here. Sports 56 traffic update.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston.
Yes, I will be good, I promise.
Co-hosting Sports 56 Mornings is Anthony Sane.
That's great, man.
Now, back to Peter and Anthony.
Yeah! 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 Yeah!
Philip Scruggs hacked me on, I guess that's Twitter. Yeah, the Twitter stream. He said, "Same, but you trade Dylan for Ben." I walked Dylan to the airport.
What on the? What? Who would even like? Huh? What? What?
Bro, just when this Ben Simmons things happen, just come get in my mentions, man. That's all I need y'all to do. Just come get in my mentions when it happens. Call me if you get lost.
Yep. I don't think it's going to happen, but it would be fascinating if it does.
Told y'all yesterday that Jalen Durham was going to commit yesterday. His dad was capping.
And Money Bates.
Who I said?
Jalen Duren. Yeah, Jalen Duren.
I told y'all yesterday, yeah. Money Bates. Call me if you get lost, man. That's all I got to say. Y'all saw it. And here's another thing, too. Like, the whole Ben Simmons thing, it's a running gag. I would love Ben Simmons, a player. I don't know if that's happening or not. I'm not hiding information or nothing that I don't want y'all to think I am. But if you're like, yuck, you just don't know what you're talking about. You just don't understand basketball. If you think Ben Simmons on this team would be bad. And that's pretty much all I got to say. You just don't understand basketball.
Yeah, that's
Lisa H says, my daughter wants the Ben Simmons thing. Hold on, let me see. My daughter wants the Ben Simmons thing to happen so bad. Tell her to keep manifesting. Tell her to keep speaking into the air, Lisa. We're gonna make this happen.
I don't see how it's happening, but there you go. I hope I'm wrong. How did you feel yesterday when you heard the announcement that Rachel Nichols would no longer appear on ESPN's NBA programming, and that the Jump has been canceled, that she is out? At least she's still an ESPN employee, but she is done with the NBA at least, and she's certainly done with the Jump. The Jump is no longer a thing. There will be some other show in the pipeline, more into the in the vein of NFL Live is what the reporting is from the folks out there.
Too little, too late. ESPN being reacting to something instead of being proactive again. Because, man, let's not forget this whole Rachel Nichols thing. Like, they knew what she did way before it got out. You know what I mean? So, as far as with her and Maria Taylor, you lose Maria Taylor altogether because of the situation. And I think if I was to pick which one I wanted going forward, it'd be Maria Taylor. But
guess what? It's not going to be Maria Taylor because she's at NBC.
Mm-hmm.
So NBC was the beneficiary of that whole situation, and now ESPN is. I mean, clearly they're trying their best to change the tenor of this whole thing a little bit. But one of the frustrating things from my perspective, and I don't know, Shane, I don't know if you agree with me or not on this one, but. I mean, from my perspective, you know the kind of stuff that I like to do when I cover the league. You know the way I like to handle it. I don't think we have enough X's and O's talk. I don't, with the football, I know that like when they break down the NFL and stuff, you see some legitimate like breakdown of here's the play, here's what this guy's doing. Look at the hips, look at the blocking. They used to have that show that was on NFL Countdown, or it was the one that Ron Jaworski was on, and he would break down it would be like a film study. And I used to watch that and really learn about the NFL, learn about why guys were doing what they're doing. Look at this line, look at what this, that. They would break down plays. Man, we have a lot of people right now on the internet. I do it some, but there's a lot of people who do it better than I do, who like to break down the plays and like to show why things happen and some of the X's and O's and some of the actual information. The NBA programming, especially from ESPN, is a lot of personality and Stephen A. just going, LeBron is this, LeBron doesn't do this, LeBron doesn't do that. And, KD it's a lot of just people yelling about personalities. I mean, there's a real lack of a show that just shows you why certain teams do certain things. One of the reasons why I think people have this misconception about the NBA game. I hear all these fans, especially these people that like college basketball more than all they do is run around. Oh, it's just a bunch of athletes and this. They don't realize all the incredible amount of planning and detail work that goes into all this. I mean, when you hear Draymond Green talk about stuff and break down a play, it's incredible. All the things that he's thinking about at that particular moment. And just to pull the curtain back, I asked the Grizzlies to do this one time a couple of years ago. I asked to write a piece. I said, look, I just want to take a play. I want to talk to each player and just ask them what they were thinking and what was going through their mind in the play to help break down why did Ja make this decision? Why did he go left as opposed to right? Why did he go here? What was the play? What were they thinking about? And they said, no, I can't do that. They said, no, it would be revealing too much information.
I love to hear Jaron do something like that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I want to talk. Yeah, exactly. And I've heard him do that some, but they don't want that information out there. But I want people to know what they go through. That was one thing about Marcus All. He's great about breaking down a specific situation. If you want to, why did you do this? Guys it's incredibly complicated, and there's so many things that go through a guy's mind, so many coverages that they know and that they've learned, and tendencies and film study. I sat there and watched with Tony Allen when he was breaking down. He liked to just get the film cut of whoever he was going to be defending most of the night. And he would just watch their last 10 games and see what they did, and he'd say, look, if he's doing this, all that. It's just fantastic. It was fascinating. And but what we get most of the time is just oh, LeBron said this, and this guy tweeted that, and it's just silly, goofy stuff, and it to me, it's kind of demeaning to the actual skill level that's involved.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So I hope they use this opportunity to pivot towards something that's more, substantive, something that's more like that gives people like actual information.
Yeah, but with this short attention span society we live in, man, where everything is dominated by tweets and, all that type of stuff, it'll probably be more the same, bro. I agree. I would like to see something like that, but you already know what it's going to be.
I mean, that's another thing that's fascinating. The show. I don't know if you ever watched Detail. Like Kobe Bryant started it on ESPN Plus, and now other people have picked up on where he left off. But he would watch a player and break down like a game in granular detail. Like this is where when his foot slid 1 inch that way, that made me aware that he was going to go this. And so it was so interesting to hear about what these guys do, and it helps people to understand how much goes into the sport. Because I think people have an idea about football, about what goes into football, like how you have to do the play calling, you have to do the each guy has a certain role they have to do, all the film study, all that stuff, breaking down tape. What they don't really know what it is in basketball. They don't at the highest level. Like they don't really understand what goes into it. And I think that would help people to have an even greater appreciation for some of these guys. And I don't know if you saw there was a video that Marcus Smart. Somebody posted a video of Marcus Smart breaking down his defense. He was on the court with this other guy. I don't know if it was like a camp or something, but he's on the court and he was talking about his defense.
On-ball defense?
Yeah, on-ball defense.
I'm messing with
you. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. But it was amazing because he's talking about like the little details. He's like, all right, so I'm sliding my hip slightly forward because I think he's going to do this, and then when he does this, I'm jumping here, and it's to get like a little peek inside his brain and all the stuff that's going on while guys are moving. It was so revealing about what the sport is, and I would love to see no knock on anybody associated with the program, whatever, but like. I just think they got to like get serious a little bit more. At least have some show somewhere. I'm not saying cut out all the stupid rumor mill BS, but maybe just take like 30 minutes on some show somewhere on ESPN2 and just say, look, we're going to break this down a little bit. I don't know. I think it would help a lot.
My bad. I'm also a fan of the storytelling shows too. Like to see guys, because I love the guys who have their own podcasts. And like I was watching I'm still digging into it. Watching the stuff with Bonzi and Rasheed Waters, watching their show, especially since these guys are here now. Like good stuff, man. Just hearing guys tell stories, hearing him tell the Mike Fratello story of why he got banned from the arena in full detail. I was like, man, this is wild. You know what I mean? Like, I love that type of stuff. Like guys telling just storytelling with NBA players or former players, current players. I like the thing they did with KD and Draymond Green earlier this week. I like that type of stuff too. So. Yeah, but all the sensationalism and all that stuff, it kind of gets to my nerves. I don't watch any of that stuff at all.
I agree. I want to hear more real stuff because there's two. This is why I think Draymond Green, as much as everybody can gripe and moan about him, I think he's the most valuable guy potentially in sports media. He can be the next Charles Barkley, but even on a different scale. Because not only does he have the, personality to just say all kinds of stuff and genuinely mean it, and he just knows how to push people's buttons like Barkley does. But he also has an incredible amount of basketball IQ. Like he is a transcendent team defensive player. Like he understands exactly all the little nuances of everybody's role. Like he's the kid in the play that knew everybody's lines. He's the kid that knows every single thing. And for him, and he can actually tell people about it. Like he can actually convey that. We need that. Like I like what you're saying. I like those stories too, and I like players just kind of because some players don't do that. Some players are just like, look, I kind of know how to do it. I can't tell you how I'm doing it. I just know what I'm supposed to do. Some people just kind of have that instinctive. They're like, look, I can't exactly tell you why I'm doing this, but I just know it's what needs to be done. And but some guys can really explain it. So there's room for both.
Yep.
I'm just sick of the storylines, and even in the broadcasts, like you see like guys like Jeff Van Gundy and Mark Jackson, who were coaches and players and who have lots of knowledge,
right?
And it's all just nonsense that they spew. It's not their knowledge is just wasted. It's not out there. I just
yeah. Yeah, I totally agree, man.
That part frustrates me, man.
It's just the era we're in, though, man. Like, they rather talk about, NBA players, who's, their TikTok or something than like anything that has to do with the game. I mean, and there's a
Talk
place
about their
for that
wives,
too.
man.
Yeah, because I mean, we got in here.
Yeah.
We talked about, we talk about this kind of stuff all the time too. I mean, because it's entertaining. But there should be a place for real, like, analysis of the game. For that, I think there should still be an audience for that. I mean, but it's all money based, man. They're riding the wave. They're riding what people are replying to.
I don't see. I think that's the thing. I don't even think it is money based because I don't think they're making money on it. I think they just assume that's
what people,
money. I think I just assume that that's what people want. And I don't think it's true. And I don't even think there's really any evidence that says that that's true. I don't. I mean, it's just. I don't know. It speaks to something of a lack of respect for the craft of the game. And I think other sports there's a little more appreciation for some of that than we see in the NBA, and even college basketball. People put these college coaches up on these pedestals like, oh, and then he did this with and they don't talk about the players and what they bring to the table. And I don't know, it frustrates me. It frustrates me.
Power to the players, man. You know where I'm at on
exactly that. Exactly right. All right, when we come back, we will talk a little bit more about the fallout that we're seeing from the Imani Bates situation. We're all celebrating a momentous day in Memphis history. That is fantastic. We're also celebrating a whole lot more, including our friends at FanDuel Sportsbook, because the friends at FanDuel Sportsbook, they're celebrating as well. Every day, quite honestly, is a celebration at FanDuel Sportsbook. So here's the deal. When you are out there, and we talk about all different sports, but one of the things I think is most interesting at FanDuel is the baseball parlay insurance. Parlay insurance is a really interesting, neat, excellent concept for all you out there like me who like to turn a little bit of money into a lot of money. That's always fun, right? So a parlay allows you to lump a whole bunch of bets into one, and that turns a lot of potentially kind of okay bets into one gigantic big one that could make you a whole lot of money. But here's the thing. It's really risk-free because new and existing users can get up to $25 back in site credit each day. Just place a minimum 5-leg baseball parlay, and if it falls one leg short, you get up to $25 back with parlay insurance. So you get, let's say you get, 6-7 things. You put some stuff on, the Orioles. I mean, they finally broke the streak. Yesterday, maybe you put something on the Cubs, still continue to lose. The Orioles continue to lose. These teams out there, it's those little bets that you feel like and you get them all right except for one. Guess what? Parlay insurance with FanDuel Sportsbook, you get $25 back in site credit, and you can do that once per day, every day. New and existing users, it's fantastic. So check it out. One of the wonderful things about FanDuel Sportsbook, it's America's #1 sportsbook. It's so simple. You can do all this stuff on the app that they have redesigned and made it even better than ever. Great odds on all different betting markets, unique fun bet types, like this very excellent baseball parlay or same-game parlay that's also available for you, too, exclusively on FanDuel Sportsbook. Always on promotions to let you get more action out of every game day. Remember, if you haven't tried FanDuel yet, new users can place your first bet risk-free on FanDuel Sportsbook. That's right. FanDuel Sportsbook new users get up to $1,000 back in site credit if your first bet doesn't win. It's risk-free. It's fantastic. Just download the FanDuel Sportsbook app and sign up with promo code BIGHEAD to get in all the action. That's my promo code. FanDuel Sportsbook, promo code BIGHEAD. Must be 21 or older and present in Tennessee. First online real money wager only for risk-free bet. Refund issued is non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 7 days. Max refund $25 per game. Restrictions apply. See sportsbook.fanduel.com for details. Gambling problem? Call TN Redline 1-800-889-9789. So check out that FanDuel Sportsbook, that parlay insurance. It's fantastic. One of the many things that's going on that makes FanDuel Sportsbook so special. All right, so as we mentioned, a very busy day here in the Bluff City. We got so much more to get to. When we come back, we'll talk about the Imani Bates situation and some of the fallout that continues to exist from that. We'll do that when we continue here live and local. Sports 56, 98.5.
You have opinions?
The knowledge that I have matters.
We want to hear them. Call or text us on the AutoZone listener line at 360-8255. That's the AutoZone listener line at 901-360-8255.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. Whether it's football, basketball, baseball, golf, or real estate, having the winning coach makes all the difference in your success. This is Sheldon Rosengarten with Marks Bensdorf Realtors, and I'm with Coach Terry Tippett, winner of 6 state basketball championships. Coach, what's been the secret to your and your team's successes?
Sheldon, there's no one secret. It becomes a pattern of success after coaching for so many years and learning the ins and outs of the game and the players, a lot like the pattern of your success in selling homes.
Thanks, Coach. Like you and your program, I developed my highly successful strategic marketing program with the Shellbucks option, and I also tried to use it in my golf game.
Sheldon, tried is the optimum word. You better stick to selling homes, as you're always hitting holes in one at that, instead of double bogeys.
Thanks a lot. And if anyone is thinking of selling their home, make sure and talk to 2 to 3 coaches. I mean real estate brokers. Let me be one of them. You can reach me at 682-1868 or memphisrelocate.com. That's 682-1868 or memphisrelocate.com and be a winner.
Welcome to Triumph Auto Sales, where you'll have a great car buying experience. Triumph Auto Sales is your #1 source of quality pre-owned vehicles ranging from lease returns to new car trades, all at huge savings. Plus, Triumph has a full array of financing options to meet your needs. Find your next car online at triumphautosales.com or stop in today at 4875 Elmore Road. Triumph Auto Sales will help you get the vehicle you want at the price you need and the service you deserve. For a great car and a great experience from a local and family-owned business, visit Triumph Auto Sales.
Remember Elbow on Madison in Midtown with their great burgers? Now it's TJ Mulligan's, still with great burgers. 3 signature burgers on the menu. You love live music? Check out the big stage inside TJ Mulligan's new Midtown location. Go to their Facebook page for who's playing weekly. Relax on the covered patio and enjoy sipping on refreshing Tito's handmade vodka. If burgers aren't your thing, TJ Mulligan's has 1 meat, 2 veggie plates for just $8.95 at all 4 locations. TJ Mulligan's, always with good friends and good food.
I know the sweetest thing in Memphis, and I know it's been around for 115 years. You know, I'm talking about Dinstall's, and it's time to stock up heavy on Cashew Crunch, Heavenly Crunch, Turtlettes, all of your favorite Dinstall's treats. So easy to get. The sweetest thing in Memphis, all you have to do is head to Laurelwood or head to Germantown and Poplar right across from the hospital, or go where they make the candies. That's on Pleasant View. There's nothing that says Memphis better than Cashew Crunch with that little tinge of coconut, or the Turtlettes. Let's face it, there's nothing better than Dinstall's chocolate. That's the mainstay of all candies, isn't it? Milk chocolate, although their dark chocolate is pretty darn good. And if you get the peppermint with the dark chocolate and put it in the freezer, you're going to love it. So many ways to love Dinstall's. Stock up heavy on all of your favorite Dinstall's treats. 115 years of making Memphis oh so sweet. RS Financial Group and Orion Federal Credit Union present the 2021 World Championship Hot Wing Contest, August 28th at Tiger Lane, featuring the South Hall Cafe's World Wing Series. Earn a spot to compete for $25,000. Go to worldwingfest.com. August 28th, mark the date for the World Championship Hot Wing Contest and Festival at Tiger Lane. Live bands, $10,000 in cash prizes, presented by Orion Federal Credit Union, RS Financial Group, benefiting Ronald McDonald House Charities of Memphis. Go to worldwingfest.com.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Nothing's worse than starting trouble. Well, we can help you out. We can start with a free battery test. That way, we'll know if your battery is causing the issue. It could be your starter, it could be your alternator, and you don't want to waste money on the wrong fix. And if you do need a new battery, we've got you covered with a wide selection of replacement batteries. That's what makes us America's #1 battery destination. Claim based on data from the NPD Group 2020.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane. Here once again are Pete and Sane.
Oh, we're going to talk a little wrestling with our friend Dustin Starr coming up top of the hour. Huge week. Huge week. Come on now. And a big announcement from Anthony Sane as he switched over to AEW.
Mm-hmm. Taking my talents to AEW, man.
He's done with WWE, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm done.
Out.
I had a seizure last time I watched that crap, man. I had a seizure, and they did my girl Bianca Belair just trifling. You know what I mean?
It's awful. I hate it. Hate all of it. It's really frustrating. It's painful. It's painful. Don't. That's how it is. So the Imani Bates commitment is a big one to the University of Memphis. Now, do you project that Imani Bates is going to average like 15, 20 points a game? What do you want to throw any number out there?
Somewhere between probably 16, 17, and 20. He'll get buckets for sure. I think having a guy like him. You think he's going to be the
full-time point guard? You think he's going to be the full-time point guard?
I don't think they'll have a full-time point guard. I think they'll run an offense where somebody gets pretty much either one or three guys is going to bring the ball up every time. It's going to be either I'm assuming Timberlake starts. That's my assumption. It's going to be either Timberlake, Lester, or Imani bringing the ball up court. They get the ball moving around. You know, multiple playmakers on the court. They make plays for each other. It's going to be a lot of turnovers, though. The turnovers are coming, man. The turnovers are coming.
Well, that's the part we can't keep talking about turnovers, man, because turnovers were deadly for this team last year.
I don't think it'll be as bad as this last year, though.
Yeah,
I hope not, because it was terrible.
I think the team is built better than it was the last couple of years, because all we kept talking about was like, man, like this is a super young team. They need some like older guys on this team. Now, like those young players are the older guys, and they brought in the elite.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, they got to be these turnovers will kill a team, and they're going to have to figure that whole thing out. But I trust they will. But it may take a little while for all this to kind of shake out. Stephen was talking about how Derrick Rose didn't really emerge until the tournament, and that is true. I remember the game they played against like USC, and the USC played like a triangle and two on him and kind of messed him up a little bit. And that stuff's going to happen against veteran teams. But by the end of the year, I think they'll be in good shape. Hour number 3 on the way. Dustin Starr. We're going to talk about CM Punk's return. We're going to talk about a whole lot more. What a time to be a wrestling fan. We'll discuss it next.
Taqueria Express has a new location at 6290 Winchester with family deals every day. Mouth-watering chicken tacos, only 99 cents. 3 tacos with rice, beans, and fresh guacamole, only $6. And incredible signature dishes with chicken or beef chimichangas and homemade tortillas stuffed with fresh beans, rice, and cheese on top. If you're hungry, try Taqueria Express's gigantic Macho Burrito. Homemade with fresh flour tortilla, and you choose beef, chicken, pork, or shrimp. Includes beans, rice, melted cheese, lettuce, tomato, and sour cream. Fajita fans, try Taqueria's delicious chicken or steak fajitas. Big enough for 2 people and only $10. If you're thirsty and want something unique, then try Taqueria drinks made from scratch, like melon and pineapple. Margaritas are buy one, get one free, and they got a little kick to them. For real Mexican food, Taqueria Express, 6290 Winchester. We'll see you guys there, and don't forget those strong margaritas. Buy one, get one free.
I'm Brian Elder. The great Kimmons Wilson of Holiday Inn had a slogan: the best surprise is no surprise. And that's so true. When I sit at your kitchen table, you're going to understand exactly what I'm going to do to your roof. From the underlayment to the hip shingles and ventilation, the flashing, the wood repairs, the cleanup, the crew safety, the warranty. It's amazing how many customers sign contracts being told none of that stuff. But the best surprise is no surprise. Insurance claims. Talk to your friends. More and more claims are being rejected, and only experienced claim specialists are getting those terrible decisions overturned. So if you don't hire me, please hire someone to manage the process with the experience to see it through. The best surprise is no surprise. 867-0303 or BrianElderRoofing.com.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
It's time to make this the summer event you've been waiting for at Gossett Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat. We gossip it all with 2021 Grand Cherokee L Laredo 4x4, $399 a month. 2020 2021 Dodge Challenger XST $398 a month and 2021 Dodge Charger XST $409 a month. Plus, get some serious performance in 2021 Ram 1500 Laramie Crew Cab 4x4 $499 a month. And bring in your trade for top dollar and get a new Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat from Gossett. So drive past the rest, come for the best, or shop online GossettMotorCars.net.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
Almost financed through Chrysler Challenger Charger 75 months at 3.99 APR, all $49.99 down. Jeep Ram 48 month lease, 10,000 per year, 25 cents excess mileage. Cherokee MH16 1836, MSRP 44,235. Challenger MH603 214, MSRP 32,505. Charger MH602 256, MSRP 33,435. Ram MN8 19012, MSRP 59,110. Includes all rebates and incentives. PF 695 excludes tax title and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 8/31/2021. Dealer stock only.
You've heard of James Gaddis Jewelers, but have you heard what they've done lately? Everything. A tremendous selection of diamonds and jewels, gold, silver, and much more. Lots of watches, tons of custom-made jewelry, fine gemstones, bracelets, necklaces, so many choices. Romantics will love the one-of-a-kind estate and vintage jewelry. James Gaddis has experts to help you with wedding and engagement rings, plus 2 repair experts for fine watches and jewelry. Layaway and financing available. James Gaddis Jewelers at 4900 Poplar.
I miss my baby, someone stole my baby. By the way, my baby is my landscaping truck that was literally stolen from a job site. Baby, won't you please come home?
Owning a small business isn't always as lovely as it sounds, but with 30-plus customizable coverage options, Progressive Commercial keeps your business humming along. Get a quote in as little as 6 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com.
I love my sweetheart. By the way, that's my riding lawnmower.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Coverage and discounts not available for all vehicles or states. Policy terms and conditions apply.
Former MMA champion Tyron Woodley enters the boxing ring this Sunday to take on YouTuber turned boxer Jake Paul. Go with the YouTuber. I love Jake Paul in this. And FanDuel Sportsbook, they're giving new customers exclusive 30-1 odds on either fighter to win. Now's the perfect time to give FanDuel a shot because you can win $150 on a $5 bet. Just download the FanDuel Sportsbook app and sign up with promo code CASH. To get in on the action, that's promo code CASH. Must be 21 and older and present in Tennessee. Odds boost available for new users only. Must wager on designated boost market. $10 first deposit required. Max bonus $150. Risk-free bet. Refund issued is non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 7 days. Max refund $10. Restrictions apply. See full terms for both offers at FanDuel.com/sportsbook. Gambling problem? Call the Tennessee Red Line at 1-800-889-9789.
Ole Miss Rebel Yell is back. The Rebel Yell Hotline Radio Show is back on WHBQ Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Every Monday night at 6, hear the latest news on your Ole Miss Rebels with Yancey Porter with 24/7 Sports, former Ole Miss defensive tackle Mike Fitzsimmons, Gordon Ford covering SEC Sports Call, and former Ole Miss baseball announcer Gary Darby. From kickoff to free throw to extra innings, your Ole Miss Sports on the Rebel Yell Hotline Show right here Monday night at 6 on Sports 56, 560 AM and 98.5 FM. Your Mid-South Sports Station.
We are Sports 56 WHBQ Memphis and W253DF Memphis, Flynn Broadcasting Stations. Sports 56 traffic.
So far, no new accidents to report as of right now. There's no new accidents to report as of right now. We might be dealing with with delays here and there around the city, but other than that, no new reports, no new accidents to report. Keep it right here. Hour number 3 is your Sports 56 traffic update.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston.
Yes, I will be good, I promise.
Co-hosting Sports 56 Mornings is Anthony Sane.
That's great, man.
This hour is brought to you by Acura of Memphis. Now, back to Peter and Anthony.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. Man, what a day. What a day. What a week.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Here comes the money. Money, 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 money. Dollar, dollar. Dollar, dollar. Dollar, dollar. All right, so hour Hour number 3 is here, presented by our good friends at Acura of Memphis. My name is Peter Edmiston. He is Anthony Sane. We are celebrating the Emoni Bates arrival for the University of Memphis' commitment. And we've celebrated a big week all the way around. But my goodness, as we bring in our good friend Dustin Starr from the World of Professional Wrestling, Championship Wrestling from Memphis, at Dustin Starr. He's 5-star, of course, all the way. Dustin, listen to this. Let's go back to last Friday. And just listen to this, because this is we got to start on the scale of pops. This is like up there with the Stone Cold Glass Break, up there with The Rock, up there with Road Warriors. Listen to this right here.
They see it.
Man.
Incredible.
They see it.
I mean, and then listen, here he comes out right here.
Yeah. Wait till they see him.
And it's even louder. Oh! I mean.
Good for him.
Man, what a moment. What a moment
I got
for him.
goosebumps. I have goosebumps right now just listening to it again.
Oh, man.
Yes, sir.
I mean, I've heard some pops, but that was just off the charts, man.
There is only one way to start today's wrestling segment, and that's with a big, oh, yeah, boys. The last 7 days in professional wrestling has been unbelievable. So that's CM Punk on Friday night on Rampage. That's about 22 to 25,000 people that all showed up because they thought CM Punk was going to be there. The company never, ever said that he would be there. Punk never said that he would be there. So just the idea of CM Punk returning in Chicago. Now, AEW did say, Tony Khan said, nobody will be disappointed. So they weren't really keeping it a secret. But just on the idea of CM Punk coming, 25,000 tickets sold at the United Center. It was incredible. He had the first, 20 minutes of the show. And it was really, really good. And then the next night, if you thought things couldn't get any cooler, SummerSlam was unbelievable. WWE shows why they are the WWE. So you had 25,000 at United Center. The next night, you got 53,000 in Vegas for SummerSlam with the return of the man Becky Lynch, which nobody saw that coming. We can talk about that, but nobody saw that coming. And then with Brock Lesnar, man, and John Cena, WWE, man, they're still the juggernaut, but what a time to be a wrestling fan. I mean, what an incredible week. And then you throw in the mix of here locally, we've got wrestling back. Gosh, it's a great time to be a wrestling fan. It's a good time to be in the business. I love it.
For sure.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. So let's go to the good stuff from CM Punk, and he ended by giving everybody an ice cream bar. Great little reference and fun stuff for that. And he actually paid. It's a local Chicago place that did it, and he paid for all of them himself. So it was indeed a special thing. It wasn't just that was a shoot. That was a real thing. Paid, I think, $40,000 for the whole thing. So not a bad way to introduce yourself to everybody with that.
So,
but
what an investment too, because WWE did not jump on that bandwagon. So what if AEW says, "Hey, let's sell ice cream bars"? You think Punk's not getting a cut of that? Man, that was super cool too. I just thought it was so real. It was so real. Everything was so real.
You could tell. I don't know if you saw the backstage stuff that they showed of the Young Bucks posted some video of him going up right as the music was hit, and that was really, you could tell that he was giddy. I mean, like, you could just tell it was such to see a guy's passion, and he alluded to it. He said he quit professional wrestling in 2005, and he's back. Kind of alluding to the fact that he didn't feel like WWE was professional wrestling was really professional wrestling. He thought sports entertainment. He felt. He said he's no longer the voice of the voiceless. Anthony Sane, he's another guy that said that. He said he's not that because he said that he has a voice now in AEW, and combined with all the other stuff that's going on with the All Out card coming up a week from Saturday. This might be like the amount of talent on this show. Like if you're a wrestling fan, is off the charts. I mean, between the return of CM Punk in the ring with Darby Allin, what a great way to elevate Darby Allin. With Chris Jericho putting his career on the line. Yeah, putting his career on the line. Chris Jericho against MJF, the retire from in-ring competition in AEW. Kenny Omega versus Christian Cage for the AEW World Championship. I mean, that's insane.
Loaded.
John Moxley versus Satoshi Kojima. I mean, that from a wrestling standpoint is off the charts there. Paul White returns to the ring against QT Marshall. This is like, I mean, as a wrestling fan, this is absolutely packed.
Yes, it's absolutely packed. So that's September 5th. So we've got our Memphis Wrestling television tapings at 2:00. And then immediately after that, I'm handing everybody free Dave & Buster's game cards. And we're going out to Dave & Buster's to watch that bad boy absolutely free. So AEW All Out absolutely free.
Give him some ice cream. Come on, give him some ice cream. Let's go. Give him some ice cream bars. Let's give him some ice cream bars.
Maybe Punk can send some ice cream bars. That'd be great. But did you guys see the ratings? So the ratings for Rampage from 1 week to the next literally doubled because of CM Punk.
You said they doubled?
So it'll
you broke up a little bit. You said they doubled?
Yeah.
Okay.
It doubled. It was, I think they were up to like 1.1. But if you put that in comparison, I know that AEW's hot, and that's great. WWE, man, they're over 2 million viewers on Friday. So, I mean, we've got a good little thing here, but both these companies are doing really well. The pay-per-views are going to do really well. Gosh, with Punk coming back, and there's no telling what he'll say. He dropped his wife, AJ Lee, who we have not seen in a wrestling ring in many, many years. She could show up in AEW. And then he also referenced Daniel Bryan, who will be next. Also, rumors circulating about Bray Wyatt. Where's he going to end up? And I only see him ending up in one spot, and that's the biggest platform that's next to WWE, and that's on TNT with AEW. So there's a lot more stuff that's going to come. And I really do feel like very soon we're going to have The Rock on WWE. Even if it's to tease WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Because, you know, they did plug a WrestleMania match 1 year in advance with The Rock and Cena, and it worked. But just to have The Rock's presence on WWE, that's just the ultimate right there. That's pulling out the Joker card. Oh, yeah? You know, boom, The Rock. Doesn't get any better than that.
Well, I'm going to tell you, I just think, and Anthony Sane talked about it. You know, he said he's switching his talents from WWE to AEW.
Oh, it's over, man. I'm done.
You and I talked on Twitter about the cuts, the camera cuts from that the Raw, and I mean that's an extreme example of it. But I keep trying to tell people that when I lapsed as a wrestling fan, I were about 4 or 5 years where I didn't really watch, and I started to get back into it with WWE. I could not watch. It was the cuts are killing me. If you have to cut on every punch, the impact of a kick or a bump, you cut to try to sort of mask it or make it look a little more. It's nauseating, and it got to the absolute worst with that beatdown from that the Miz was putting on Morrison. Like I couldn't even tell like who was actually doing anything. Like it literally made me like nauseous. Like I can't. I don't know, man. I get what Kevin Dunn's trying to do and all that, but it's bizarre.
I like the idea.
I hate it. I hate it.
I like the idea of an action cam, right? I think an action cam is more in the ring. I mean, maybe you do a couple of cuts to make it look a little more extreme, but the Miz and Morrison fight was literally ridiculous.
Unwatchable.
So just so everybody gets a peek behind the curtain here, there's a million television screens with all these cameras, and there's a guy back there that pushes the button to show what's going to be on live. And he's got all these different – so could you just – I want to get a camera backstage of him pushing those buttons like a child, like boop, 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 boop.
See, I thought about that because we were watching – you tweeted out the video. Funny. You tweeted out the video of the production team doing the CM Punk thing. It's just not nearly as wild as the cuts. And if it sounded like an auction,
Right.
I'm like, man, what is it like for WWE when it's constantly changing?
I want to hear that one. He would be like,
Please,
camera one, go,
please,
camera two, go, camera one, go.
Sound like
He's
an
the
auction.
micro machine guy.
Yeah, man.
Ready two, take two, ready two, take two, ready four, take four, go back 3, 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4. Like what? I'm freaking out over here.
Don't shoot, not about to shoot.
I want 17 cuts in a row. Don't stay on one shot for more than half a second. Boom, boom, boom. What? I'm freaking out over here. I can't.
It was a little much for sure. I tweeted out a video, or I shared a video of the CM Punk return and what it looked like from the production truck. And if you guys have a second, I think it's a minute long. I shared it. It's on my timeline, but it shows.
Yeah, I watched it.
All the communication. All the communication. It's like the Grizzlies game. Every light, every graphic, every different sound of music, the guy going to the ring, every single thing, every camera shot that you see on television is called by a director backstage. And if you haven't seen it, it will blow your mind. It's so much going on at the same time. But action cam, go!
Yeah, it's absolutely brutal to watch, and I think what we're seeing now is a really a line of demarcation, because I saw Nick Khan, WWE president, said that they're open for business to be sold, but he also said that that NXT is going to change completely. Said that NXT is going to change. Said that. That they're gonna kind of totally revamp the brand to make it more of a preparation for WWE style. The word, I saw a report, and I forget who it was from, that said that WWE now basically is going talent hunting and looking for guys that aren't necessarily wrestlers but are athletes that they can mold into the style that they want them to fight. That they are going to lean hard into the sports entertainment athletic side, rather than the quote-unquote professional wrestling side.
Just so you guys know who that is, sorry, go ahead, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, no, go ahead and clarify that, because that was...
Well, I was just going to say, a guy like Big E, so this is not a bad thing. A guy like Big E was not a professional wrestler. He was a power lifter, he was an amateur wrestler, but he was not a professional wrestler. He wasn't seeking, I could text Big E and ask him, but I don't think he was planning to be a pro wrestler. They found him, and they made him a wrestler. A lot of those guys, they find them, and they turn them into professional wrestlers. So that's not a bad thing. It just means they're not – it doesn't sound like they're indie hunting anymore. Like all the indie darlings that everybody is they used to put them on NXT, and I think what they're doing is they're saying, hey, guys, we don't really want to compete with AEW. We're a developmental system, just like they always have been.
Right.
I think that's what they're kind of doing now, right? They're taking a step back.
It kind of comes off to me. This is probably going to be a real wordy question. I'm trying to consolidate a little bit. Maybe you can help me make sense of what I'm trying to ask you. It seems like it's like the WWE style and the AEW style are two totally different styles of wrestling when you're watching it on television, presentation, everything. And it seems like NXT is grooming guys more for that indie, AEW wild, you know what I mean? Don't sell anything, just over the top, spot type of matches. And it's kind of like it's counterproductive is what the WWE's trying to do. It's like we've got this other brand that we got that's feeding into that narrative of this style of wrestling that's our competition. You know what I mean? And it's like we're grooming guys for the competition and not particularly for what we're doing. That's how it kind of comes off to me. Is that what you see with the whole thing?
Man, I think the whole thing is crazy. So AEW has its stars that can just wrestle a good professional wrestling match, Then you've got the train wreck that dives over the top rope and kicks out of pile drivers off the top rope. People love that nowadays. WWE on the other side is going to be your sports entertainment. You're going to see celebrities. You're going to see no pile drivers. NXT is going to be, you're right, a little bit more like AEW. We look at Karrion Kross, who was the NXT champion until Samoa Joe beat him this weekend. He was going on Monday Night Raw, and they were beating him immediately, and he's the NXT champion.
Right.
So really, they have not focused these last couple of years on developing those guys. Why would you beat Karrion Kross, your NXT champion? Jeff Hardy beat him. And I don't remember and no disrespect to Jeff Hardy. It's just right now they don't really have him in a featured role. He's not doing much. And you put your champion up there. Kevin Owens, when he was the NXT champion, he went over and he beat John Cena on Monday Night Raw. Okay, so that's two totally different ways of treating your NXT champion. And I know that Peter had a question, and I cut him off. I'm sorry, and it might have been about what Khan said about going back to more of a developmental.
Ridiculous, man. Cutting me off like that. How dare you, sir?
I know, right? I know.
I'm the only person that cuts off Peter Emerson.
That's right. Everyone's cutting me off. I'm done with it.
The whole point of the Performance Center and NXT is to get those guys and gals the experience before they go up to Raw and SmackDown. So I use Kevin Owens as an example, but there's a million that they've done terrible. But Kevin Owens was the champ. He went up. He beat John Cena. Clean. Now we still watch Kevin Owens on SmackDown.
Right.
He's still on all the major shows. And in the majors, Karrion Kross, use him as an example. NXT champion, loses to Jeff Hardy. Then they put him in this crazy outfit, which, okay, whatever. But you didn't build him. Then you beat him. That's not you're not developing that star like you used to. I guess is my point.
I think this whole thing, and I mean,
and I know
I go back to the. Well, I don't think things have changed this much. You go back to when we were at the peak of the WWF, WCW, Monday Night Wars and all that stuff, and we're kind of getting towards some more war. Where it's starting to heat up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
AEW has really come a long way in a short time. They've really made up a lot of ground on WWE. But I think WWE's forgotten about. In those days, man, yeah, they had big stars. Yeah, they had the Mike Tyson. Yeah, they had The Rock and Stone Cold and all that stuff. Every pay-per-view from like 97 through 01 was headlined by 4- and 5-star matches. Like there was actual, real, top-to-bottom, significant professional wrestling that went on. Not just, gimmickry and hype and whatever. But there was a real backbone of like some extremely gifted professional wrestling that went on. And I think they've forgotten about a lot of that. Like you can see some of those matches, but it's not the WWE style now is so much big spot, kick out, finisher, kick out, and it's not about the and I think they've forgotten that like, yeah, we had this hot run, but that hot run was underlined by like actual serious, like good matches, like actual wrestling. People do want wrestling. Like I think they're kind of trying to skip over that. And people at AEW said, "My God, like we just want to watch somebody actually wrestle."
Well, if you want to watch professional wrestling at its finest, every Saturday at noon on CW30, Championship Wrestling from Memphis, we are Southern style Memphis wrestling, but then also we've got a mixture of a little bit of that train wreck, but probably not kicking out of top rope pile drivers or anything. Anthony Sane, you booed earlier.
Oh yeah,
I know you want to get it out of your system. Yeah. I know you booed, and I know why. You didn't even say anything, but I know why.
They ain't had to do my girl like that, man. What's the point? What's the point of developing this lady all this time, building her story, building her rise? Putting the belt on her, she's had it since WrestleMania. Then you just like literally one move squash her against Becky Lynch. Is Becky Lynch that awesome? Did you just kill this whole thing? Come on, man.
I think the surprise element and the shock value it's like a Brock Lesnar type of moment or Goldberg type when it's like, whoa, did that just happen? But the other side of that, I wasn't a big fan of that either. Also, it was kind of weird that why did Carmella even come out in the first place? Do you remember Carmella was out there? Pointless. Why not just have the announcement that Sasha won't be there, and then the music hits? Bam. But anyways, yes, that did kind of suck. But now on the other side, we get to see these two wrestle, and we get to include Sasha Banks when she comes back. I have no idea where she is, but I don't know how long that was planned, or if Brock Lesnar, I would like to be on the inside to know this, or if WWE said, wait a minute, Punk's coming back? All right, we'll show them. Like, I wonder what the behind-the-scenes story is on that, but we'll see some good matches between those two.
I mean, would it have hurt to actually have an actual match between those two? Or just do something similar to like what you did with Brock and Roman Reigns? Like, let Bianca win, and then You still get the pop from the man coming out, and then you just
no way.
She's got to come out there.
Becky on her return.
No. I'm not saying she loses. Like, don't either have a good match and she still wins, or don't have a match at all. Let her just. Come
Why
out
do you have
there.
to squash?
Yeah,
why do you have
gotta
to squash Bianca?
Champion, yeah, why
you got to squash
her?
You know.
The only thing that I could think of is that, number one, the shock value, and number two, Becky and Bianca were not advertised to wrestle. So by Becky being a surprise, winning the title, now they can put them on the marquee and sell the match. So we didn't get the match. We really didn't. We got a shock value of she was surprised, took her off guard. You know, Becky shocked her and shocked the world, shocked Belair and shocked the world. We didn't really see the match. So now that's the business part of it is they hot-shotted that, so now they can sell the match. And they might sell 3 of them. I know.
I don't like your answer, Dustin Starr.
I know, but it's true. It's true, though.
I hate that.
I mean,
I hate that booking. I hate it. Hate that booking.
I do too, man.
It's ridiculous. You spend all this time building up Bianca Belair. You've built up somebody that's really over. Like, she's gotten a lot of talent, and then you just completely nullify her with Becky Lynch, and then try to you've nullified her. Why wouldn't
Becky was the biggest female wrestling star in the world, and the reason I hesitate a little bit is because Ronda Rousey was pretty on fire at that point, but Becky, when she left, was on top. So this puts Bianca Belair on top with Becky. So I just
not laying on her back,
Bianca,
man. 30 seconds, no.
Well, but
you know it better than me, man. I got bias in this. I ain't gonna lie. It's obvious.
Hey, man, I don't like how it was done, but I'm just telling you I think that's the business part of it.
Yeah.
And you know, it's not always cool, but it's kind of like Punk. If you look at Punk says he was the voice of the voiceless. Well, on the WWE side, man, they try to keep everybody, you know, with a level head.
Right.
They try not to get you too high or too low. I mean, I'm talking backstage. AEW, on the other hand, they have all sorts of vlogs. I mean, you could watch the Young Bucks backstage. You can watch Sammy Guevara backstage. They're all having fun. I don't really think it's as serious. They're not trying to really – they want their athletes to get out there and make money, and WWE has them exclusively on this side. So it's just two different business models, really. I'd like to compare it to Disney and something, but what's the –
Well, I mean, the other situation is, too, if you compare what happened to Bianca Belair to what happened to Kofi Kingston, who was the champion, and Brock Lesnar comes back and beat him in 3 seconds. Bianca Belair gets beaten in about 20 or 30 seconds from a wrestler who was over but hasn't even been in the ring in well over a year. You could say, are they racist? Maybe, I don't know, but there's certainly a troubling comparison, and I don't think it didn't do anything for Kofi.
No, that's
it's not going to do anything for Bianca. It's not going to do anything for Bianca. It doesn't do anything for any of these guys. When the Ultimate Warrior squashed the Honky Tonk Man back in, whatever, it's just no. They dropped Kofi. They may drop Bianca. I hate it.
Well, I hope not.
And the message that it sends to all these young wrestlers and all these youngsters and everybody else who's trying to build their brand in the back. That, well, you know what? Hey, if Brock Lesnar decides he wants to come back, just make no mistake, we will squash you in 15 seconds if we need to.
Kill your whole thing.
If The Rock wants to come back, then you're going to be crushed. I don't care how much time you've spent.
It's just the symbolism behind the squashing.
Yeah.
Just hit me, man. Like, man, it's just a bad look to me, bro. You know what I mean? So,
well, I mean, in MMA, guys getting knocked out in 2 seconds all the time. So if you want to use that logic, I
but
get
that's legit. I mean, that's legit. We all know that. That professional wrestling is. That's the storyline. They know that that's part of the storyline.
The comparison with Kofi and Bianca, I think we'll see if Bianca has matches with Becky, because it was weird that Kofi was just dropped out of the scene. He never got a rematch. He never had a storyline. No. That was just it. He was done. And it was the debut of SmackDown on Fox, and that was it. So I would raise an eyebrow if the same thing happened to Bianca Belair, because she is awesome, and so is Kofi. Yeah, if they drop this whole thing with Bianca, then that's bad news. I'm looking at it more like the next pay-per-views, we're going to get Becky Lynch versus Bianca Belair, and we're going to have Sasha Banks in the mix. Oh, my goodness, this is going to be fantastic. But if they drop it, you guys are right. It makes no sense, and also an eyebrow has to be raised. It's like, why Kofi and why Bianca. So
exactly.
We'll see.
I think they've set themselves up for some potentially difficult conversations, depending on how this thing goes. Dustin, tell everybody what's coming up on Saturday on Championship Wrestling from Memphis.
Oh my gosh, Pete Pranica is joining us at the broadcast booth on Saturday.
Woo-hoo.
He did not want to miss Tiger Joe versus Derek King 1-on-1. And if you guys have watched Netflix or anything like that, you know who I'm talking about. This guy came in and picked a fight. He slapped Derek King in the face, which I don't know what he was thinking. And then he shoved Derek. So there's a match that's going to take place on Saturday of Derek King versus Tiger Joe. Also, we've got an awesome one-on-one number one contendership match between Big Swole, Justin Cole, and Mike Anthony. So absolutely loaded show. We've got our next television taping on September the 5th. And then immediately following that, we're going to head out to Dave & Buster's for All Out and watch CM Punk's return. But you can get your tickets and all the information at ChampionshipWrestlingMemphis.com. Lots of cool stuff coming up in September.
All right, man. We appreciate it. You be good, and we'll talk next week.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys. What a week. Hopefully this week will be just as awesome in wrestling as it was last week.
I don't know how, but we maybe so. We'll see.
Me either.
Thank you, Dustin. Appreciate it.
Thanks,
Dustin Starr joining us. When we come back, got something very strange to talk about, and we're going to discuss it there.
All right, I'm gonna go into the code. I don't even want to know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you don't, because it's very strange. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56 and 98.5.
Grab lunch with Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy on Sports 56 middays. Weekdays from 10 to 1 on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
There's a new commissary in town in Collierville. Germantown Commissary is doubling. Yeah, they're still going to have the old Germantown Commissary by the tracks, but now there's a huge new Germantown Commissary in Collierville at Poplar and Houston Levy Road. It's huge, too. There's a drive-through. There's plenty of parking. No telephone pole to get in your way. A cool patio. It's right by the track, so the tradition continues. And this is a tradition that's been around forever. That commissary is famous for hickory-smoked, slow-cooked Memphis-style barbecue. They've got a private party room at the new one in Collierville. Self-catering still continues. Party packs for $5.95. Basically, the great ribs, the great pulled shoulder, the great deviled eggs. Everything is there in Collierville and Germantown now. So there is now a Germantown and Collierville style of barbecue. It's called Germantown Commissary.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Sunrise Buick GMC is having their annual tent sale and the selection or savings are bigger than ever. A huge selection to choose from, big discounts from factory rebates high as $6,000. It's okay if you've got slow credit. Sunrise has over $500 million available for immediate financing with interest low as 0%. An $18 million used car inventory. And remember, Sunrise specializes in cars and trucks under $10,000. See them all at sunrisememphis.com. Savings and fun for all ages. The 33rd annual tent sale going on now at all Sunrise locations. Covington Pike, Wolf Chase, and Collierville.
It's the Home and Auto Bundle Extravafesta Save-a-thon, the annual year-long event where you could save big by bundling Home and Auto with Progressive. So big that we're kicking things off with fireworks, a monster truck battle, a fighter jet flyover, and it wouldn't be a party without the Home and Auto Bundle Extravafesta Save-a-thon dancers. You can't really hear them, but trust us, they are working it. So come for the fun and stay for the savings. Only at Progressive's Home and Auto Bundle Extravafesta Save-a-thon. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
It's finally time to get out of the house. So make sure you stop by Family Leisure with great prices on in-stock and incoming products. Keep the kids active with play gyms, in stock, ready for delivery. And by the way, installation from the pros, I always recommend that. Markdowns on remaining game room products and those beautiful massage chairs. And the hot tubs, they're going fast. Get out of the house and get to Family Leisure. Wooden Road and I-40, where family and fun come together.
Farmers Insurance knows that when you're in the car and that song comes on, yes, that's the one, you have no choice but to pull out your imaginary drumsticks and smash those cymbals and stomp on that kick pedal, which unfortunately is the accelerator pedal. And we covered it. Talk to a farmer's agent who knows a thing or two because they've seen a thing or two.
Call Chad Gatlin at 901-235-1176 or get a fast quote at memphisfarmers.com.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane. This hour of Sports 56 Mornings is brought to you by Acura of Memphis. Here once again are Pete and Sane.
Yeah. All right.
Man, I said I wasn't going to look, and I looked. Man, I'm dying laughing. I know. Man, I thought, y'all would have thought I was having a COVID attack the way I was laughing and calling up here, man. I messed around and went on Twitter, and I saw somebody else talking about it. And I saw your tweet. I was like, oh, man.
Yeah. Help me with this one. All right, everybody.
Talk it up first, man.
Okay, so welcome back as we continue here. Hour number 3 presented by Acura Memphis. I am Peter Edmiston. He is Anthony Sane. Zach Boyd producing the program. All right, so we've had a big show. We talked about Monty Bates. It's a huge day. And so I'm just kind of basking in the glow of all this stuff, fun stuff, whatever. And scrolling through the old Twitter feed during the commercial break, and lo and behold, I come across something that it's very rare that something just makes me completely stop and just my brain just kind of snaps off for about 10 seconds as I just try to figure out what I just saw.
Like I'm just looking at.
Hold on, wait. Yeah,
I'm just looking like.
Let me tell you what. Hold on, wait a second. Let me tell people what this is.
What are we doing?
So I get a tweet from PlayStation. And it says, "Celebrate the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. in March through time. A new experience in
Fortnite."
You're
not doing it right,
no, we got it. No.
Right,
Start it over.
Man.
Start it over.
Oh, you want to?
Yeah, you're too official, man. It's too official. All right, now go.
Celebrate the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. The Memphis Grizzlies and PlayStation in cooperation. And Sony. Celebrate the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. in March Through Time, a new experience in Fortnite. The video game where people run around and shoot each other.
And build forts.
And try to kill each other.
And dance.
And be the last one standing after killing all the other people in the Battle Royale mode. Let's celebrate Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. in Fortnite.
I ain't got no words, man. Like I don't know what to say to this.
All I'll say is if I don't see a Miles Morales cameo, I'm gonna be mad. Come on, Sony. Make it happen. Use your license.
Why is he not in 2K? Celebrate the life and legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King in NBA 2K22, where MLK's rating is 99, and you will join your team.
The MLK pack.
Celebrate Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. in Super Mario Odyssey, where Dr. King will attempt to. What are we doing here?
I got 5 words.
Super Smash Brothers. MLK is a selectable character in Super Smash Brothers. What are we doing?
I have 5 words. I'll have to see it. That's all I'm gonna say. I'll have to see it. I'm not gonna speak on it all until I see what they're doing.
I mean, I actually clicked on it and I saw the video, and it seems to be just like an area in Fortnite that people have created where you can walk around. It's like a virtual museum kind of thing. And you can watch the speech.
Time Magazine, in association with PlayStation.
What are we doing, y'all?
I don't believe we've gotten to the point where MLK is a selectable character in Fortnite where you can run around.
Shoot people.
I don't think that's what...
he had a dream.
Yeah, they're setting people free, killing them. Free at last. They had to be killed somebody.
Yeah.
Free at
How about,
last.
The kids now from I can just see some 9-year-old and 10 years from now is like, oh, MLK, that's the guy from Fortnite, right?
Have MLK out there. What's that dance?
Dabbing like MLK's
what's the dance? The backpack kid.
Flossing.
Flossing, yeah.
Doing the flossing, yeah.
We're really trying to recreate the Boondocks.
Somebody needs to send this to Joy. I'm not gonna send it to her. One of y'all send this to Joy. She'll be highly offended if she saw this for sure.
As she should be.
We out here really creating a Boondocks.
MLK.
Oh,
this is Uncle Ruckus is in the house.
Like
Malcolm Xbox.
Malcolm Xbox. The NAACP PSP.
NAACP PSP. PSN, the PlayStation Network. Oh man, you better tweet that out before I do, bro. That's too funny. NAACP PSN.
Or you get to choose the Reverend Al Sharp, Reverend Jesse,
and of course, it's there's no charge for this downloadable content. It is free at last.
Free at last.
Free at last.
Thank God Almighty. Oh man, that's so funny, bro.
Inclusion free inclusion.
Whew. Man, that did it. Martin Luther King. You said his video is out?
Yeah, it's on the.
Is it out now? Is this available?
On the no, I don't know if it's out or whatever, but it's just the link is.
Oh man, I gotta look on YouTube to see if something's out there.
They gonna have these kids shoot up the.
Like, what are we?
The place in Fortnite. Supposed to learn. They're trying to have the kids learn during Fortnite. They're gonna have them build, breaking down walls. They're gonna be breaking down the walls.
What?
Xbox One Series Malcolm X.
Bro, this is the wildest thing. That man said
this
Malcolm Xbox. Man, look at this, bro. I'm watching the video. This is crazy.
I know, it's crazy. It's just crazy. It's
like, why though? Like, why just say, man? I just think it's time to celebrate Martin Luther King through Fortnite. Like, who? It wasn't nothing else they could have thought of. The people who brought you Travis Scott live concert also bring you Martin Luther King varsity time.
The LeBron skins.
Yeah. Can we just keep it at LeBron skins for real though?
The Space Jam thing.
Space Jam, yeah. Why we got Martin Luther King? Why got kids sitting in the museum?
It's a war zone, and they put a museum inside of Fortnite.
Bro, this is so funny, bro. Man,
Call
this is
of
funny.
Duty. Call of Duty.
I can see it now.
One guy said, "Okay, this isn't as bad as MLK and Fortnite sounds, but still very strange."
It sounds terrible. When you watch it, it's like slightly better, but still not really. It's not like I don't. There's got to be.
My son won't stop crying.
If we don't, can we not?
Listen.
Can we not just teach history? Like,
listen, bro. It said my son won't stop crying because John Wick, Wolverine, and MLK keep picking on him in Fortnite. Oh man, Fortnite kids. MLK was the best president. R.I.P. Gone too soon.
Oh, that's right.
Yo.
Oh.
I feel bad for these teachers, man. Like they didn't deserve this, man. They didn't deserve this, man. Like you gonna have these kids going to school talking about.
Are they gonna add Rosa Parks? Are they gonna add Rosa Parks to Grand Theft Auto?
Right.
Hey, NBA 2K, the Rosa Parks.
Add Rosa Parks and a special bus you can drive. Like, what are we doing out here? Come on, let's
You got new in the park is gonna be Rosa Parks in the park.
You got the handle package, the bus package. Like, what are we doing?
Man, this is wild, bro.
What are we doing?
Oh.
You got the Freedom Riders 2s, man. Like, what are we doing? Y'all, come on. Come on. Oh, man.
I can't take it, man.
I don't even know what Fortnite. I don't know what any of this is, but I mean, what are we doing?
So which is worse, having party flyers for MLK Day or actually putting a museum inside of a Fortnite game?
The party flyers are worse.
I think the party flyers are probably worse.
Yeah,
but
that's kind of making a mockery of them.
This
This is at least an effort to try to educate someone about something.
it's just a very strange effort.
I feel bad for the teachers, man. I really do. It was like, today we're gonna learn about MLK. It's like, oh, you mean the guy from Fortnite? Like,
I remember
I forgot what I had so many kills with him, man. Like
Hey, this stuff kids do retain this stuff though, for real though, man. If that's what they're doing, the kids do retain information through these games. Like that's 100% fact. Because Gabe knows NBA players now from playing little NBA apps and
I mean, listen. So I do think, and all joking slightly aside, there's a role for this kind of thing somewhere. For real. This is not it, but there is a role for this. There was a guy, for example. Now, what I think is super powerful, and what was incredible. This guy, this video game developer, who wanted people to understand a little bit more about what happened. He did a VR experience, a virtual. I think it's part of a museum somewhere. So you put on the VR helmet and all that, and you go into the role of a black kid on the bus back in the 50s, and so for people who, white people in particular, you don't know, but to actually live that, to sit there and you have to ride and endure, and you have to walk and you feel what that's like all around you. That is okay. That can make some sense. Like that as an experience, that helps to come closer to.
Yeah, let's make that game the black experience.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's not a game. But see, the point is, it's not a game.
Yeah, it's a virtual.
The point is that's like an exhibit,
right,
as opposed to like a game. Because you're not. I don't want to make it a game where you can win. There's no winning. It's just it gives you a chance in VR when you hear like that. We talked about that binaural audio, when you actually hear all around you people yelling, slurs and what that meant, and people say it gives them a different perspective.
Now available in Dolby Atmos, the N-word.
Around you, man.
Dying over here.
Can you imagine it? Can you imagine it? Dingers. Bro, somebody needs to make that, bro. Now available in Dolby Atmos.
Don't give them any ideas, man.
Oh man.
Damn, man, they need to hear it. They need to,
it's one way to do it. So if get out, get MLK and Fortnite coming soon.
Bro, that's hilarious, bro.
A PlayStation near you.
Man, that's wild, bro.
Oh man, what are we doing? All right. When we come back, a couple little nuggets dropped on the Imani Bates front that I think are interesting. We'll finish the show with those as we continue Real Sports Talk Sports 56.
Be sure to follow us at Sports 56 WHBQ on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube to watch live video of our shows. Stay up to date with station events and have chances to win prizes from Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Mid-South, the time is now to trade up to a Kia sales event at Gossett Gossett Kia on Covington Pike. You want to ride with 41 MPG Highway? We Gossett 2021 Kia Rio $249 a month. You want 0% at $282 a month? We Gossett with 2021 Kia Forte and all-weather rugged 2022 Kia Seltos $332 a month. Plus peace of mind with Kia's 10-year 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Trade up and get top dollar at Gossett Kia 1900 Covington Pike or shop 24/7 at KiaCovingtonPike.com. Ask for Bobby J. He'll put you in a new Kia today.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
All $29.99 due with signing. Rio ME 418 570 60 at 0.9% APR. MSRP 17.2. Forte ME 393 458 60 at 0%. MSRP 19,940. Celtos N 724 9948 66 at 1.9%. MSRP 23,910. Includes all rebates and incentives. PF 695 excludes tax title and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Valid through 8/31/2021. Dealer stock only. Must finance through Kia on APR offer.
When's the last time you played a Memphis City golf course? You will love what you see. I promise. If you have not played Galloway, Audubon, Fox Meadows, or Pine Hill lately, or the links at Whitehaven, you are in for a treat. With summer here, the grass is popped, the conditions are terrific, and this year Memphis City Golf is really concentrating on competition. If you love amateur competition, there will be a Galloway, Audubon, Fox Meadows, and Pine Hill Championship, all leading up to the Pub Links and the Hillman Robin. And ladies, you've got amateur championships too. And if you're a junior, the place to be is the Links at Whitehaven. There will be camps all summer long. Go to the website, moms and dads, if you would like to enter your child to learn from the pros how to play golf. And wait till you see the renovation at Overton Park. And soon there will be a redo at Pine Hill. Memphis City Golf, a sporting tradition for over 100 years. RS Financial Group and Orion Federal Credit Union present the 2021 World Championship Hot Wing Contest, August 28th at Tiger Lane, featuring the South Hall Cafe's World Wing Series. Earn a spot to compete for $25,000. Go to worldwingfest.com. August 28th, mark the date for the World Championship Hot Wing Contest and Festival at Tiger Lane. Live bands, $10,000 in cash prizes, presented by Orion Federal Credit Union, RS Financial Group, benefiting Ronald McDonald House Charities of Memphis. Go to worldwingfest.com.
Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
I'm Brian Elder. The great Kimmons Wilson of Holiday Inn had a slogan: the best surprise is no surprise. And that's so true. When I sit at your kitchen table, you're going to understand exactly what I'm going to do to your roof. From the underlayment to the hip shingles and ventilation, the flashing, the wood repairs, the cleanup, the crew safety, the warranty. It's amazing how many customers sign contracts being told none of that stuff. But the best surprise is no surprise. Insurance claims. Talk to your friends. More and more claims are being rejected, and only experienced claim specialists are getting those terrible decisions overturned. So if you don't hire me, please hire someone to manage the process with the experience to see it through. The best surprise is no surprise. 867-0303 or BrianElderRoofing.com.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
Hey, Mid-South, are you ready to trade up to a Kia sales event at Gossett Kia South Mount Moriah?
We're ready, Randy, with the best ride you'll ever drive. 2021 Kia Forte LXS, we got it at $249 a month. 2022 Kia Soul GT, it's ready to ride at $305 a month.
And Jeff Allen, I hear you've got American-made 2022 Kia K5, now $379 a month. And every Gossett Kia comes with Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty program.
So whether you live in Horn Lake, South Haven, Olive Branch, or Memphis, you'll be happy at Gossett Kia on Mount Moriah, 2680 Mount Moriah, or KiaMountMoriah.com.
You heard the man, Jeff Allen. Don't miss the trade up to a Kia sales event at Gossett Kia South Mount Moriah. All $29.99 due at signing, all 72 months at 2.9 APR sold in 715-1544, MSRP 24,200, K5 NG 103,647, MSRP 28,985, Forte LXS, MSRP 20,590, includes all rebates and incentives, PF 695, must finance through Kia on low APR, excludes tax title and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 8/31/2021. Dealer stock only.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston.
Yes, I will be good, I promise.
Co-hosting Sports 56 Mornings is Anthony Sane.
That's great, man.
This hour is brought to you by Acura of Memphis. Now, back to Peter and Anthony.
I'm done talking about it.
This is the greatest thing I've ever seen, and the worst all in one.
I'm done, man.
It's just insane. All right.
Let freedom ring and let the chopper sing. Come on, dog.
Oh.
What in the world is Brooks Hansen talking about?
Oh, man. Okay, so, all right, a couple things here. Number one, interesting little piece from, obviously Imani Bates. It's Imani Bates Day. Everybody's going crazy. Imani Bates. Imani Bates. He's coming. He's coming. It's coming. It's happening soon. This year. Jonathan Givony, the draft expert, ESPN, very plugged in dude, says that he was asked in a piece on ESPN.com that posted a few minutes ago, said, where would you place the likelihood of Bates playing a second year of college basketball? Says he will not be eligible. He says that I'm told Bates hasn't given up on the idea of being eligible for the draft next year, as sources says he plans on petitioning the league for an exception that will allow him to enter despite being a month too young. But he says, I would be shocked if the NBA agreed to that, as it would create a snowball effect where every player born too late would attempt to do the same. He says, ultimately, I think Bates returns to Memphis for his sophomore year to help cement him as a top 5 pick in what's shaping up as a fairly weak 2023 draft class. So Jonathan Givony, who is probably one of the dudes that would know more than most, says he thinks it'll be 2 years for Imani Bates in Memphis.
So he says he thinks that that's going to happen because he thinks that everybody would try to do that. Everybody would skip their senior year.
Yeah, he thinks that if they allowed him to have an exception, that everybody else would be able to jump on and have an exception as well.
I get what you're saying. Everybody, okay. Good with him being young.
So somebody said, I'm born 29 days too late. Oh, I'm born 35 days. Oh, I'm born 40. Like, when does it stop? Like, you can't. I think they'd be very reluctant to deal with that. So, and understandably so. So, I think it may well be. It looks more and more likely that he's going to be here for 2 years.
I'd be down for sure.
Man, it's fantastic.
But next year he wouldn't be too young.
Yeah, he would. For the 2022 draft, he would be.
No, I mean not the NBA draft. I'm saying why he couldn't. Man, I'm throwing it out. We'll talk about it tomorrow.
Yeah,
Greg and Eli coming up next. Stay tuned in.
It's going to be more and more
Imani.
Imani. And get that MLK skin for Fortnite. Oh, what's happening? Pray for us, guys.
Man.
We'll talk to you in the morning.